Yeah. What's good? What's good? Glad to see y'all, man. We back for another edition. You already know, man. It's Heart of the City, man. Well, we talk about all New York City area sports and other sports related content and topics. So don't get it twisted. We do a lot here, but this is the show, man. Heart of the City, man. The heart of the city is in the New York City area sports teams. So that's what we do, man. But like I always like to do, much love to my chat, much love to my co-host, man. We're going chop it up here in just a minute, man. But before we do, man, how you doing, Jeffy, man? How you doing, Coach? How y'all doing tonight? What's good, man? Talk to your boy.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
doing well
go
today.
Knicks.
How are you guys
Let's
doing?
go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. No Knicks
Okay.
fans want to hear those words right now, but
That's
I'm
how you
doing well.
feeling?
Well, I mean, after what I had to see from my basketball team, I mean, Knicks fans were all giddy before, and now they're
Mhm.
not very giddy anymore, right, Julius? Right, Julius Randle?
Mhm.
I want to hear Coach absolutely eviscerate him tonight. I want to hear Coach eviscerate that man tonight because he deserves it.
You play the Stephen A. bit. That's all I got to say.
Man, I want to hear you.
Stephen A. said it best to me. Said it best, and but never mind. How are you doing though? Seriously,
I'm doing well. Doing well. How
what
you
about
doing,
you?
Coach?
I'm good. How about you, NYG?
Man, I'm great, man. I'm glad to be here, man. It was a long week last week. Coming
Mm-hmm.
back from the draft in New Orleans and everything that we did down there, man. But we're making a lot of moves, strong moves. And this channel is growing, picking up some subscribers. So I definitely uh I definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Shout out to my man Earl, man. What's good with you, Earl, man? You know what I'm saying?
Hit
That's
the
that
like
dude,
button, Earl.
man.
Hit the like button.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, man.
Love
For
that
your
dude.
wrestling content, man. You know what I'm saying? And my man, next shift, man. Next shift, man. You know what I'm
Love him
saying?
too.
If you wanna join the show, you're more than welcome. Like I always say, you know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome to join the show and come chop it up with your people, man. You know what I mean? So always, and always. My main
Hey,
man, Levance, you know what it is, man. Day one, man. My dude, man. Appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying. Always with the hot, you know what I'm saying, spicy food and you know what I'm saying, that just that good old, you know what I'm saying, that good old up top, up north food, man. You know what I mean. I don't want to, I don't want to be too, you know what I'm saying. X-rated today, man. But we're gonna try to keep it light for now.
but
But
NYG, I
check it
want to
out,
ask.
man. What's good?
I want
Talk
to
to
ask you something. Why don't you talk to everybody since we did this on Sunday? Since you were at the draft, why don't you let everybody know and tell everybody the experience that you had down there? Just let them know
Mm-hmm.
about the environment, how it was meeting with Pat and Lou and Mac and Rodney and all those guys down there at the draft, Joel. It's like give the audience what it was like to be at the NFL draft, the giant representation, the guys that were picked. Just like let the audience know what it was like to actually be at a draft for the NFL rather than watching it on television. I'm sure they all want to hear how it was, the experience.
well, I'm glad you asked. Appreciate that. The experience is definitely it's electric. Just being around so many different fans of so many different teams, and you would think like, it's a bunch of fans from Dallas, from Philly, from the Commanders, from 49ers, so on and so forth, man. But when you're in that type of environment, it is a different feel. You're not competing with your team. Everyone's there just, who are we going to get? Who are you guys going to get? We're just kind of chopping it up. um, the experience meeting the members of the Big Blue Crew was amazing, man. Everybody is authentic, they're real, they're down to earth. There's definitely no cornballs in the crew. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was who they said they was. And just to appreciate, man, the draft and the fans that were at the draft, man. I mean, we had such an amazing experience. We were in the theater. Big Pat was in the theater. My wife was in the theater. We got to go into the theater a little bit later on, towards the end of the second third round. So I mean, the experience is like none other. And when you go to a city and you go to a draft, you get to experience that city, not just the draft. So big shout out to Kansas City, man. Big shout out to Chiefs fans. They were awesome, man. They treated us well. They were like, man, we love the Giants. We love the Giants players, and I'm like, I bet y'all do, Kadarius Tony.
Yeah.
So James Bradbury. But they treated us well. There was no animosity, there was no no fussing, no fighting, no tension or whatever. Everyone was relaxed, everyone was chill. We were in the mix, man. Rodney got to meet Mel Kiper Jr. We were like, I got a picture on Twitter where Adam Scheffler is behind me. So like we were right there in the mix. We got to FaceTime Daniel Bellinger, man. Shout out to Daniel Bellinger, man. We got to FaceTime Daniel freaking Bellinger, man. That was awesome, man. One of his peoples was there. That was actually a Oakland Raiders fan. Ironically enough,
I'm sorry.
the man that got traded to take Daniel Bellinger's start position, but
Yeah.
It was all good, man. It was definitely a fun experience. I would encourage anyone that wants to come out to the draft next year. We're going to be back out there again next year. I am putting together packages right now. Shout out to Go Travels for sponsoring the event, and definitely putting together things and making things run smooth and with no issues, man. The hotel we stayed at was great. It was excellent. Excellent amenities. They had a restaurant in the hotel, nice view of the water. So look, man, I had the greatest experience, man, at a sporting event that I could think of in recent memory. That's how great it was to be out there in Kansas City at the draft, man. And definitely, man, next shift, man, for real, man. Definitely, man. Get with me, man. I can make that happen. I don't care where you at. If you in Canada or Japan, I can get you to the draft. I promise you that. Just inbox me, man, if you're interested in going. But I'm gonna be putting together some packages, some different things here, man. That we got cooking in the mix, man, with the Big Blue crew, man. But as far as the draft picks, man, look. John Michael Smith. Everybody wanted Smiths. Everybody wanted Deontay Banks. And I know people weren't high on Hyatt, but I think most Giants fans can say getting him in the third round was a steal, despite how you feel about him. So I think everything went about as well as it could outside of the freaking Falcons doing what they did and letting the Eagles get Jordan Davis. I mean, not Jordan Davis, but Jalen Carter. I forgot they got Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, man. I'm sick.
And Nolan Smith.
Yeah. But outside of that, everything was A1, man. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, man, want to get you guys there next year, if you're down to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to get my passport at the end of next month, man. Man, forget a passport, man. I'll get you in the country. I'm playing. I'm joking. I shouldn't say that as a travel agent, but 2024 NFL Draft, Detroit, Michigan. Yes, it is in Detroit, Michigan. And definitely gonna be looking up to, man. And shout out to the Lions fan, man. I know Mac put out a clip. I got a clip too. Putting together something. Pat's putting together some clips as well. The documentary's coming out, man. But yeah, Detroit Lions fan was devastated that they took Sam Laporta over Michael Mayer. That was
a weird move.
That was pretty funny. he was hurt. I mean, he was like, "Oh my god, what are they doing?"
What do they think about the move? The running back they took early.
They like that pick for some reason. He ain't like the Sam Laporta pick though. He wasn't feeling that one. He said Michael Mann was there, man. He was there. I was like, I feel you, bro, but Raiders took him right after that. That was funny. You know what I'm saying? I got it all on film too. But shout out to the Lions, man. Shout out to Detroit, man.
Wow.
We definitely trying to get there next year, you know.
God.
Definitely, if you looking to go, I'm gonna be working on the package, and I'll be getting that information out there. Look, man, if you're hurting for money, just putting it out there. We do finance, so you know this is the perfect time. You can get like on a payment plan, and we can get you to the draft next year. You know, you got 12 months, so no excuses. But let's get into this, man. This New York Knickerbockers, man. I know
Coach.
Knicks down 3-1 versus the Heat. The question is, can they come back? Now, I made a video, man, saying that they would lose game 3 and that they would win game 4. I was right and I was wrong. You know, they lost both games. So I definitely expected them to put a better effort in game 4, but the Knicks' problem is they're not getting any production from anybody outside of basically Jalen Brunson and I guess whatever points Randall's giving you, but the points that he's giving you is not even it's not doing nothing. It's not.
I think Barrett's been solid.
RJ Barrett has been solid. RJ Barrett has been solid. I'm definitely disappointed in Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein. They cannot stop Bam Adebayo. He is just wrecking shop in the lane. I can't count how many dunks he just had, just slashing to the lane, crashing the boards, bong, bong, bong. They were beating the Knicks up on the offensive rebounds. And to me, when you looking at the Knicks, the one thing they don't have is they don't have a Jimmy Butler. They don't have somebody that's going to come in and get it done in the fourth quarter. It's not Julius Randle. Julius Randle is constantly in chuck and duck mode, as I like to call it. You know, it's the James Harden / Russell Westbrook style of basketball, which I hate. You know what I'm saying? ISO, shoot, ISO, shoot. You can't get it done like that. Brunson, I feel like, is doing all he can. RJ Barrett is giving you something. The rest of the squad ain't giving you jack squat. You know what I'm saying? They hurt Miss Quickly last game, man. But coach, this your squad. What do you think? The New York Knicks are down 3-1. Give us your take on what you've seen so far in this series, and is it done, or do they have a chance to come back and get back into this thing?
No, they don't have a chance. I mean, I know most Knicks fans are saying, "Oh, well, we'll probably get the game in New York, but then we'll lose the down in Miami."
Good, Earl. What's good, man?
We ain't getting the one. We ain't getting the one in New York.
Ooh, I seen that too. Damn, Jeffy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got that up here. 6-1.
So the Canes are kicking the Devil's ass. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
they got 5 goals in the second period. It was 1-1.
Well, at least we made it to the second round. I'll say that. I'll take that.
Yeah, because if y'all lose this one, you already know we're gonna be having the same conversation we're having with the Knicks right now. But go ahead, Coach.
It's different with the Devils.
No, they're first and foremost, plain and simple. This team, outside of Brunson, has no heart, and that includes the coaching staff. That includes the coaching staff. Tibbs, terrible. What have I been saying all year? The man doesn't adjust. He doesn't do good with adjustments. He doesn't. It's just, and then your defensive rotations. How many times does Miami have to sit there and shoot open threes? I mean, and Stephen A. Smith broke it down beautifully. The last 3 years in the playoffs, the last 3 years, out of 116 players that have had 100, I think it was 100 shots, he's the worst. He's shooting at 32%. And he's supposed to be the face of the team, the money guy. No, I've been saying this for the longest while. I mean, and there's some who's tell me, oh, he's good. No, he's a score. He's what I call a third option if you want to just get buckets on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the ball, he takes the whole offense out of rhythm, and he just makes the team blah. I mean, I can't articulate it any more than that. At least Stephen A. said it, but he said Jalen Brunson, if he has a bad scoring night, but he's out there doing other things to help the team.
Mm-hmm.
This man is not. He's always last coming up the court after we were on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Last. He's last. His body language is like if he's not scoring, he's disinterested. His defense is atrocious when he's not scoring. Yeah, he got 20 points yesterday, but they were empty 20 points.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's empty stats, man. It's the same thing I've been saying about guys like Harden. Harden's actually stepped up, but guys like him and Russell Westbrook, man, you just can't win with those type of players, man, that don't make the other players around you better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be the face of the franchise, man.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happened? What the hell happened?
You there? Nah, I can hear you. You good?
My whole computer went blank.
Oh wow. We could still hear you though.
Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna have to reboot. Because when it does this, it's giving me problems. I'm probably gonna have to go to all right. I'll be right back.
You good. We'll hold it down. But yeah, man. I definitely Sixers 69-57. Watch they end up going to the. This has got to be one of the worst. If the Sixers go to the finals, they gotta lose. They gotta lose.
One of the weirdest playoffs in a long time.
Because we can't keep having Philly dominate goddamn on sports, man. This is heart of the city. This is NYC area sports. So how you think me, NYG feel about if the Sixers go to the dang on finals after Philly then went to the Super Bowl
and the World Series? Yeah.
So I mean, it's got to stop. You know what I'm saying? It's got to stop, man. With this Philly stuff, man. You know, I'm sick of it.
Yeah, they'll just blow it in the championship like they did the first two times.
They need to. You know what I'm saying?
They will. Oh, they will. They already did it in baseball and football. They'll do it again in basketball if they get there. Which right now, I mean, if right now the way it's going, if it's going to be Miami and Philadelphia, who do you actually give the edge to? Do you give it to Philly or do you give it to Miami?
Philly. But
I actually give it to Miami. I don't know if anybody can stop Jimmy Butler right now. And if Bam Adebayo keeps playing the way he is, and then those other guys, that Miami team is underrated.
If they getting a good version of James Harden, which looks like they are, it's gonna be a tough team. I ain't gonna front. Just from my analysis standpoint, who I want to win, Miami. You damn right. You know, go Heat. But from an analysis standpoint, this is a matchup that favors Philly. And just from the standpoint, Miami's another team that they kind of struggle to score. You know, if Jimmy Buckets ain't going the way he is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they're getting production from Kyle Lowry and guys like that. I mean, that's been helping that team. But if Philly comes in there, man, and they play the defense like they used to playing, and you get production from Harden and Maxey, and Joel Embiid can stay healthy and play at least, 6 out of the 7 games of the series, I definitely give the edge to Philadelphia, man. And but it'll end in the next round, whether they play LA, Golden State, or whoever. Yeah, they ain't. I don't see him beating that type of team. You know what I'm saying? Just because the matchup is going to be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that West has been crazy too. It looked like for 1 second it was going to be Denver versus Golden State, and now it's completely flipped where it's looked like it's going to be Phoenix and LA. And
that's another reason why
that's probably what they want. They want Durant.
It's that damn Mitch Koski. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I don't want to see dang on Philly.
Oh, I don't care. He already because you know what? In the end, they ended up like losers. They lost too. They lost twice. And Mitch is one thing. He was honest about it. He says, I don't care. I don't want to go to the finals and lose.
And Tobias Harris too. That's what I'm saying. They've been getting production outside of players named Joel Embiid, and that's why, you know, if the Sixers are cooking like that. My biggest thing was with the Sixers was they were kind of meh outside of Embiid, you know. But they've been getting production from Tobias Harris, Maxey, you know, a lot of their role players, you know, James Harden's you know, back to form, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a tough team for either the Knicks or the Heat, which is probably gonna be the Heat to beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I don't think the Knicks are coming back. I'd be shocked.
The Knicks actually. Here's the thing about the Knicks. They gotta contain Bam Adebayo, man. Mitch Robinson and it's Hartenstein. You know, who else the Knicks fans were raving about hasn't been able to get the job done, man. You know, and when I watched that game, that's the one thing I said. I said Bam is 13 rebounds, 20-something points, 23, 25 points.
Yeah.
Bam is what's killing the Knicks right now. It's not even really Jimmy Butler. It's Bam Adebayo. He's the one that's been difficult for them to stop, man. And it's their bigs or their so-called bigs that aren't getting the job done. You know what I'm saying?
I'll one up you, NYG. I don't even think it's Bam Adebayo. I think it's those other guys on the team like Max Strus, Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson.
They're open because of Bam
but they're
Adebayo.
Hitting their shots. But
yeah,
they're hitting their shots.
That's
They're making
true.
plays.
That's
you
true.
Look at those other guys on the Knicks. Where's Obi Toppin? Where's Hartenstein? Where's Quickly? Where's Grimes? Where's all these other guys on that team? Meanwhile, Miami, the Knicks got their three. Barrett, Randall scored points, even though he's been a disappointment in other areas. Barrett and Brunson have both played well. But those other guys, especially their bench, have absolutely disappointed that team so far. They've gotten zero production from that bench. That is including Josh Hart. Whereas the Heat, they're getting production on every single night. Multiple guys, like what we just talked about. Vincent, Strus, Martin, Robinson, even Cody Zeller. These guys are making shots. Kyle Lowry. Forget about Kyle Lowry. That dude won a championship with that Raptors team. How you doing, Randy, by the way? They won that team.
The Grow.
Hey, what's good? What's good, Next year?
What's up, NYG?
What's going on, brother?
Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
What you think about this Knicks series, man? And the question is, man, yes, Levance, the Heat were dominating them on the boards, particularly the offensive boards. Where once again, Bam Adebayo was, you know, getting a lot of easy points.
I think Coach hit it on the head there before he got popped off there. He was saying it right. Like, you got Julius Randle playing in a position where really let's keep it a buck. He's not basically a leader, so he's on a best team. He's the third option, like Coach said. So like right now they're trying to drive a bus with somebody that's blind. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm like. It's a bad analogy, but you know what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. I feel what you're saying.
Somebody that's leading this group that's never led a group before is leading this group. So like it's ass backwards in my mind. And then like Jeff just mentioned too, they got all these weapons on the bench and they got all these guys, but it's just not working. It's not collectively clicking on all cylinders. So I right now the Knicks are like a headache that just won't go away. And
nice analogy.
And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to
They are a headache, man. Especially
be rude.
Yeah. They are a headache, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially the fans. The fans are really a headache. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You Knicks fans, I tell you. 1 minute it's we can do things, and then in the next minute it's get rid of everybody. Trade the security man, trade the concession guy. You know what I'm saying? Trade all of them. I mean, that's how these Knicks fans are. Well, most of them. You know what I'm saying?
The
Respect to
50-50
coach, man.
ticket
Yeah.
seller guy. He wasn't nice to me when he was giving
Yeah,
me.
get him out of there.
Get rid of that guy too. Fuck it.
He's a bum. Like he do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, he's just trying to fight for his family. What the hell are you talking about? I know what you mean, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how they do, man. That's how they do, man. And look,
I don't see that happening, Levance, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, man.
That's never going to happen. You're going to have to give
Yeah.
up Brunson for Fox. That's the only way that's going to happen. That's what they're going to be asking for. Is you want De'Aaron Fox? Say goodbye to Jalen Brunson. That's the only way you're getting him on that team.
Could they trade? Could they trade him for a guy like Karl Anthony Towns?
Probably have to add either another young player.
You're gonna have to add one of them guys, a Grimes, a Quickly, or one of them cats, but
a Deuce
or picks, because let's keep it real, they lost some picks when they went out and got Gobert. Sorry, so yeah, like even some picks maybe too. Yeah, so because their cupboards are pretty bare when it comes to that.
Yeah, good point, Randy. They might need to get some more picks in there as well. So
yeah, they need a big man that works well with Jalen Brunson, man, because it ain't Julius Randle. He ain't getting it done.
It ain't Mitchell Robinson either.
It ain't Mitchell Robinson either. Yeah,
and we like him.
Either. You know what I'm saying? I think he need to be regulated to the bench, as a as a defensive force to come in and stop. Or if you want to do, which they don't do too much in the NBA, man, but if you want to do like the big man lineup, and play Mitch and I guess it would be Towns or whatever big man you bring in there, that could work, man. But if not, he should be part of the deal if you ain't going keep him around, as a backup or something like that. Or maybe he doesn't want to get back. Didn't they pay this guy? I know they paid
they paid Robinson. They paid
Robinson too, didn't they?
Yes.
So
yeah, they signed him to an extension this past off season.
Yeah, so
let me see.
I think they pretty much in a weird spot here.
They gave him a 4-year, $60 million deal.
He gonna have to stay around. He gonna have to stick around. What's up, Coach? Man, glad you back, man.
Here we go.
What's good? No, Max. What's good, man? Appreciate you coming through, man. What's up?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you good, man. You good, man. Happy Tuesday. Yes. Happy Tuesday.
I don't know what's the matter with my damn PC. I just have to switch systems.
Man, you got that New York Knicks PC, man. It just ain't working out.
Yeah, and it's starting to force. I don't want to do it, but it's an old hard drive. This thing's about like
it's gonna force you to trade it in, right?
Yeah.
But I just bought it. PC. No, I mean I'm already geared for it because I just got me one of these whatever external hard drives. It's like five. Yeah. It's like five T's on it or whatever.
5 terabytes.
So I'm trying to transfer everything off of the PC onto this. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, boy.
Mets are trailing now is 6-7. So Mets mounting up a little bit of a comeback here.
All right. So where was I at? Y'all had me talking about the Knicks.
Yeah, your favorite subject.
Did y'all finish talking about the Knicks first of all?
No, we were actually.
We can't finish the conversation on the Knicks without the Knicks fan.
This is you,
putting
Coach.
his input, man. I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm just a guy who covers the team. I have no stake in the argument, to be honest with you. I just think Knicks fans have a little bit of fluff, for my Brooklyn Nets, man. So I always like to check the temperature of what these Knicks fans is really feeling like. You know what I'm saying? So. But go ahead.
Well, I mean, this team they really need to do something. Number one, seriously, all jokes aside, going forward, they need to get shooting. They really need to get shooting to really help this team. I mean, in some regards, I get where Stephen A was coming from when he said put Fournier out there because he could shoot, which will help give it a little bit of spacing. But so was Grimes. Grimes is supposed to be a shooter, but it just seems like it just when when Randall wasn't in there, Obi and Grimes were out there, and RJ. They were doing their things, but he comes back, and it's back to. That's why I say when he's in there, it does something to this team that's just like I can't explain it really.
It kills
it's
their
just,
chemistry. That's what it does.
Yeah.
Brings the team morale down.
The chemistry
it's not,
killer.
and it's not even the chemistry. I think he sucks the life out of these younger players. Like they're in a sense, they're kind of I don't want to say they're intimidated, but it's like they're intimidated because they don't want to take shots because it might offend him or get him upset. Like I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I don't know what they're saying in private, but that's where that stems from. A lot of times when you know that guys are talented, they're talented, but when he's out and when he's not there, they're playing free, they're spreading the ball, they're moving. But when he's back, it's like, no, we got to get him the shots. He's the star. And he's not a star. He's a third option. Seriously, he really is. He's a scorer. He's a scorer. That's it. I mean, and he'll get you some rebounds. When he's invested, yes, he's a very good player. But realistically, this dude is not. He's not it. He's just not it, man. Y'all can people can kill me. I'm going to say the same thing over and over again. They need to get rid of him. They need to get rid of him and get whatever you can. If you can just get a bag of chips from him, then get a bag of chips and get rid of him. I'm dead serious, man, because this is not it. I mean, the Lakers, and they got rid of his ass. He went to New Orleans, and they let his ass walk. Come on, man. I mean, and we've had him now, going 5 years? Nah, man. You got to get rid. Send him to somebody who's a title contender who, you know what, they just need a third option, and, someone who can, help them in that regard. I mean, him dribbling, taking 14, 15 dribbles, shooting up the shot, not getting everybody else is standing around. The guards are missing, not rotating, and Jimmy Butler is shooting down court wide open, and not just once, not just twice, not just 3 times. This is a consistent thing through this whole series. And then
the bitch and whine at the other end coach and not get back on defense. It's like, come on, man. Show the young guys what it's about. Like, fuck.
And that's the thing with him. And it's just like, I mean, you just gotta rip the monkey off your back, kick it to the curb, whatever you gotta do. Screw it. You sat Fournier, screw it. If you have to, sit his ass down. Sit his ass the whole damn season. I don't care. Just you got to do something with him to get rid of him because he's killing his team, and I'm dead serious, y'all. Seriously, I'm to the point I don't even want to watch the NBA anymore.
No, man, go ahead.
No,
man.
I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm not saying I'm gonna go to another team. I'm just gonna be done with the NBA, and I don't want to do that. I do like basketball, I really do, but I can't consistently sit here and watch a product like this. If you're bad, you're bad. If you're rebuilding, but this.
Okay, real quick, Coach.
Go ahead, man.
First of all, I want to welcome to the show my man Leaf, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. But real quick, Levance made a good point here. As a Knicks fan, I was surprised they made the playoffs. Surprising even more, they won a playoff series. Wow, man, 0 complaints here. So, I mean, the expectations were low. You guys did make the playoffs. You won a playoff series. Yeah, you think you should or maybe do have a better matchup against the Miami Heat. But as I said, man, in my video, man, this was a team that was in the finals a few years ago. So It ain't like they got a bunch of scrubs over there, man. And Eric Spoelstra is one of the better coaches in the NBA, man. So definitely, man, you gotta respect the Heat, man, for sure, man. It's not a scrub team, man. But want to get my man Leaf's take on this, man. Appreciate you coming to the program, man. What's good, man? How you feeling about this Knicks team, and can they make a comeback in this series?
No, they can't. I mean, listen, I'll put it to you this way. Listen, if we look at the Knicks' history against great playoff performance, it's not pretty good. It's just not pretty good. Like, just going all the way back. If we want to harp on this team in particular, everything that Buddy was saying about Julius Randle is 100% correct. But if you're gonna get rid of Randle, you might as well package R.J. Barrett and get Tom Thibodeau, aka the defensive coordinator, out of there too, because he ain't no damn coach, bro. He's a defensive coordinator. If there's nothing that we haven't learned from the Chicago years, it's that he's a goddamn defensive coordinator. That's what we know. He's not no head coach. He's not somebody that's gonna put no offense together. He is a defensive coordinator. Jalen Brunson is the best free agent signing the Knicks has had in years, hands down, bro. Like, there's nothing else to be discussed about that portion. But as far as Julius Randle, I definitely agree. His brand of basketball is just not cutting it. And R.J. Barrett is right alongside with him. I mean, at by that point, you might as well package that and get better role play and get better systematic players that could fit into like some type of scheme offensively. I mean, defensively, they put out good effort. They put out they rebound pretty good. They always put a lot of effort out there on the court with Tom Thibodeau, but I think they need somebody to really to turn the corner. I think they need a coach to turn the corner and a couple of other players to turn the corner, man. But as far as the Knicks team this year, I think, listen, they did about as great as they could do with this team. They did about as great as they can do, man.
They maxed out, yeah.
They walked down the Cleveland Cavaliers, who nobody had them beating the Cleveland Cavaliers before this playoff started. And they walked them down, especially not in 5 games. They walked them down in 5. To be in this series with a Miami team that's basically just living off of Jimmy Butler and Hart, and a lot of these players and a lot of people want to make thumbs about their roster, talking about they got undrafted picks. Let's make one thing clear about this roster: they was one shot away from the NBA Finals last year. That's what this team was. It was the same roster. Gabe Vincent was there. Max Strus was there. Duncan Robinson was there. The only person that wasn't there was Kevin Love. And the Cavs basically gave Kevin Love up for basically some grits and an egg sandwich, bro. Like, it was just like, okay, like, all right, let's
That's
get
a good egg
in.
sandwich, though. That's a good egg sandwich.
Yeah, so is,
it is a good ass sandwich for about 5 minutes. Yeah. And then it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So we all see what's happening. But as far as the East go, I think I had Philly to win the East coming into this playoffs. And I think it should be done, because to me, I think Boston dropped the ball with not bringing Ime Udoka back. But the Knicks did about as best as they could do, man. I mean, it's the same with my Nets, man. Brooklyn fan, man. You know, I'm always on.
Yeah, I see you, Breezy, too, man. And say your I guess your mic ain't connected right now, but you might have to go out and come back in. But I see you back there.
Yeah. That's Brooklyn fan band right there. Big fan Breeze.
What up, y'all?
Breeze, man, what's going on?
What up, Leif?
What's going on? What's going on with
What's
it?
good, Breezy, man? What's good? Want to give a shout out to my man Raphael too, man. What's good, man? El Capitan, what's up, man? What's good with you?
Hey, what's good? What's good? I'm very good. But I think they had a little chance to do it. But don't mind and don't be surprised, because right now the New York Knicks got to be like really surprised, because after that I just saw the games, and after the last week that I just related, but the play-by-play between Miami Heat versus New York Knicks, I think they had the opportunity to see how they improve about the defense of the New York Knicks. Besides for Jalen Brunson, of course, Mitchell Robinson. I mean, they have a great chemistry, but they had to be careful about the defense of Heat because they are on fire. And not only about that, because they had to struggle between the injury of Jimmy Butler. But I think the New York Knicks is gonna be like at the comeback for that semifinals. I think it's gonna be like a revenge.
You think the Knicks gonna come back and win? Really? That's
Yep.
that's an
Wow.
interesting take, man.
Okay.
Shout out to unpopular opinions, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an
I ain't
unpopular
gonna
opinion
lie.
on this show right here. You know what I'm saying, man? Shout
Yeah.
out to my man Raphael, man. So
That's a very unpopular opinion right there.
Right.
he believes the
far.
Knicks can come back, man. It is possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. Like I said, I don't take nothing out of the realm of possibility, man. But right now, it just looks like the Knicks have just about peaked. Now, remember, Tom Thibodeau is one of those coaches that he's going to get you to respectability, but he just can't get you over the hump.
Yeah.
So,
Can I add to that?
go ahead, man.
Exactly.
Spit your truth, man. Let me shout out a couple people in the chat real quick. What's good, Hit Squad, man?
What up,
Appreciate
Hit?
you coming through, man. Tom A, what's good, man? What's good? Says Knicks don't play discipline or consistent on either ends of the floor. Plenty of talent, just can't run and gun all the time to be able. And yeah, that's true. To be able to play half court basketball, right? You know. But go ahead, Breezy, man. Talk your smoke, man.
Shout to Unpopular Opinion Sports. It's Heart of the City. I see the panel is growing. Shout to Leaf. Shout to the whole panel. Shout to Jeff. Shout to the new guys I never seen. Shout to Coach Ed. Shout to the chat. But to add to the Knicks,
I like that comment.
Oh my God.
He don't believe that. He just said that just
he
to
said
say
next
it, bro.
year.
Like
He said
No,
next
they ain't
year.
even coming back. They ain't even coming back next year, man.
I mean, they gonna be right in the same boat with the Sacramento Kings, man. They peaked and then that was it, man. Go ahead, Breeze.
Yo, there's only 13 teams that came back from a 3-1 deficit. Can the Knicks be the 14th team? I don't believe it. And that's because of the conversation from Randall. He said they look like they wanted more than us. Also, I watched a film breakdown of the defensive mistakes, and it's to Randall's point. The hustle plays, the effort plays, all of the, all of the loose balls, all of that stuff like that. The Knicks did not want it more than the Heat did. You know what I mean? And what I will say is Brunson is gassed. Randall, he's not going to go the extra mile. I could tell that ankle injury is a nagging injury. Like, he can't go 45 minutes for Tommy T. Obi, I feel like the Knicks relied on points from Obi-Wan and quickly, and they didn't get that in the second round versus the Miami Heat. And the bench points are a major difference in this series, and also the rebounding, which I consider the number one X factor, that the Knicks had that advantage over the Cleveland Cavaliers that they don't have versus the Miami Heat. So yeah, ultimately I boil it down to rebounding for the most part. Those second chance points, I feel like, deflated the Knicks. Like the tap outs, there was one point in the fourth quarter last game where it was like around the 8-9 minute mark, and the Heat got like 3-4 rebounds in a row.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
They got seven off.
Yeah, that's when
They got seven in the
the game
fourth
on, and I
quarter.
turned it right off.
7 in the fourth quarter is serious business, man.
That's serious, yeah.
And they
So
only had 6 in the first 3.
Word. And one last thing I'll say is that Coach Spo has always beaten Tommy T in the playoffs. His record is 0-2, and it looked like it's going to be 0-3. And the one time that Tommy T was going to go to the finals, Spo stopped him. Spo been a nightmare, a thorn in Tommy T's side his entire head coach career. The only championships that Tommy T got is from being an assistant coach with the Boston
Boston.
Celtics.
Mhm.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh wait,
Yep.
coordinator.
Yep.
So I want to say that I think Spo, he's just a better coach this series, and Jimmy Butler. I mean, the Miami. Well, Nets fans could appreciate this next comment. The Miami culture is really impressive to see from a fan's point of view, and it'd be
Definitely.
nice if we got to, you know what I'm saying, have some serious player development culture, growing the
Breeze,
culture
we
with the
gotta save
Brooklyn
that
Nets.
for your page, man. You know that. Come on, man.
Oh
Player
yeah,
develop.
We
Player
talking too fly
development.
now.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Player development, man. What is that? You know what I'm saying? What is that, Nets fans? What is player development?
Cam
Who
Thomas,
I
who?
think
J-Ron Sharp,
who have we developed? You know what I'm
No.
saying? Claxton.
well, I could, well, to add to that, to harp on that, I think Claxton is kind of coming to his own. I don't know if you guys seen the all defensive teams this afternoon. The ones that they printed out, I seen them. I was highly
Yeah,
disgusted. I almost threw up about a couple of times. The way and then they had Alex Caruso made first team all defense, which I thought was a travesty. The fact that Mikal Bridges and Nicholas Claxton didn't get not a nod was
That's a
like
joke.
Wow.
it was just
Especially for Clax, man.
Claxton
yes,
averaged what,
especially for
3
Claxton.
blocks a game? He averaged like 3 blocks a game.
I think he was he finished the season with over 150 blocks and over 50 steals.
Wow.
And I think the last center to do that, if I'm not mistaken, might have been Noah, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Noah. I might be wrong on
Joakim
that.
Noah? Okay.
Yeah, it might have been Noah from the Bulls. But yeah, just as far as the development goes, man, the development, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like with Claxton, these players is playing. They doing what got them here. You know what I'm saying? They doing what got them to the league. What got him to the big dance. You know what I'm saying? Cam Thomas, he's doing what got him to the league. You know, Claxton improving much more defense. I see him going more in the direction of where Giannis was going in terms of like running the floor and just being like just being like the chase down defender and being the rebound and cleanup guy and filling the lanes and filling the dunk box and everything. I already told. I'm gonna end the Nets thing off like this. If we walk into next season, if I see our roster before opening night, and Ben Simmons is still the best passer on our roster, I swear to God,
if he's on the roster, I'm flipping.
I'm gonna
Listen,
be pissed. I'm gonna be flipping the
I'm
hell out
look,
of this
look.
roster.
I'm gonna make
I
a
don't think
whole stream about it.
I don't think we could find a team stupid enough to get him off the roster, bro.
Then release his ass.
But
Get him away from
yeah,
his
I
team.
understand that. But in the end, but with the money that we gonna
I
throw
know.
out, but like I think
I
it's
understand.
gonna be a little
But
bit.
there has been worse. They have paid players big money to stay away from teams. You know,
That's true.
You just mentioned one, Joakim Noah. How much he was getting paid by the Knicks?
I think he was getting paid about like at least 15, close to 15, 14 mil. But 15 mil is much different than 25 and 28 these
I
days.
get it,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Inflation, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big time inflation. Big time inflation. But
Another
but
thing-
to harp more on that, I said I don't think we could find a team
Inflation.
stupid. I don't think we could find a team stupid enough to take on this contract. I did see Ben Simmons for John Collins. I kind of entertained it a little bit, but you know the NBA, you know they got a saying in the NBA: a sucker is born every day. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, if we could find that sucker, man.
Look how many times we've been the sucker.
Oh, I was gonna get into that.
Yeah.
I was gonna get into that. The Nets
So
actually,
you right, Leaf.
the Nets actually did a good job developing players when Kenny Atkinson was here. Remember, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen,
Right,
Joe Harris,
yeah. I'm
Spencer
talking about
Dinwiddie.
this era, yeah.
Oh yeah, but like, well, they did develop players, and then we did something stupid and decided to trade them all away for good old James Harden, who ironically has discovered his stroke now in the playoffs. What a concept!
Magically.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, like we
lost
had
weight
that.
and everything, yeah.
Now this team, we're bringing in guys that have no business being on this team, and we're too much of these old veterans that can't play defense or they can't shoot. That's the Brooklyn Nets roster right now.
Joe Harris.
Curry, Watanabe, all these guys. They can't play. They can't play a lick of defense. And then I got to see rumors about the Nets maybe trading Bridges. What? Dude, I am not
Hey,
trading
wildin'.
Mikal Bridges for nothing. That's the future
Ain't
of this
no way.
basketball team. Claxton, Bridges, and Johnson should be the core you're building around this team. And if you're not going to play, if you're not going to properly develop Cam Thomas and Day'Ron Sharp, get them the hell off the team for somebody
You
that you're
gotta
going to
move
actually develop.
on, man. If you don't want these players, if Sean Marks was the GM, right? Before, now I know Jock Vaughn had been there, but he was the GM before Jock Vaughn got the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
You need your GM and your head coach to be on the same page. So if Jock Vaughn gets this head coach job and he's looking at the roster like, yeah, I like some of the young talent, but I don't like these guys over here, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to play them because
Right.
they just ain't a fit for what I'm trying to do. Why force it? You know what I'm
I
saying?
tell well,
See what I'm saying?
I would say, Pop, the thing is, what I don't think it's so much as forcing it. I think it's so much as running something that you don't have the pieces to run it properly.
I agree
There's
with that.
Yeah.
offensively, because Jock Vaughn Coach Jay Vaughn is a defensive mind.
Defensive minded,
He's
right?
a defensive mind. He's from the pop.
What's
He's from
Cam
the Popovich
Thomas's
tree.
thing that he doesn't do well is
Yeah,
defense.
right, exactly. But he's from the Popovich tree.
Mm-hmm.
When if you want to get somebody like Cam Thomas going and Bridges going, do the same thing that the Suns is doing. Pick up the damn pace. The second go look at that series. The second that Chris Paul came out of that lineup, they've been running 10 times faster.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is just running smoothly how it's supposed to run. Give the ball to your main guys. Give the
Yep.
ball to your main scorers. And like everything, you got to have a guard to push the pace first, to get it up the court. Cameron Payne ain't doing nothing special but getting the ball and running up the court and getting it right to the scorers and getting them into their scoring positions. That's it. He ain't doing nothing fancy. Just give me somebody that could get the move this son SOB up the damn court. That's it. That's all I say. Now, as far as the bigs, if you want to go after Mark Williams, if you want to go after Nas Reed, or if you want to try to see if you could create a suck out of the Detroit Pistons by getting Jalen Duran, that's fine. But it's as far as going coming into next season, we need more pace because the game plan is, get the ball to your main guys until they can score quickly. I want to see Cam Thomas one dribble pull ups. I don't want to see nothing more than 2 or 3 dribbles. Same thing with Mikal Bridges. Come off the screen, one dribble pull, money. It's simple. It should be simple offense. The defense is self-explanatory. We got the legs. We got all the wings that we need. We got good defensive wings. And we got Claxton anchoring the defense. So to me, I think we got a formula to start with, supposedly, if everything goes right this offseason. But if it don't go right, I'm gonna have to start investing into a Western Conference team. I'm gonna still be Brooklyn, but I'm gonna have to start
Oh,
investing. Yeah,
man. Don't do that. Don't do
Oh, Leaf,
that.
I got a question for you, bro. What do you
yeah.
think about these Dame rumors? Do you think that it's really a possibility that Dame might be on his way to Brooklyn, or do you think that's all fabrication?
I hope it's all fabrication, bro. Like, because I'm a little bit tired of swinging for the fences and then basically coming up with the Barry Bonds steroids all in the aftermath,
Yeah.
man. And
I
we
don't
were like,
blame you,
man,
man.
come on,
Like the
man.
Yankees.
Yeah, well,
Let's do.
listen, hey, boy, I won't say nothing bad about the Yankees because that's basically royalty. Whatever we say about it, it ain't like it was back in the 20th century, obviously, but
That's true.
it is what it
Yeah.
is. But I'm a little bit tired of I'm like Breeze, man. I'm a little bit tired of swinging for the damn fences, and we trying to
But
go for the home run, bro. Like
I'm with you guys too. I'm sick of
I'll
it.
take a double, man. I'll take a double.
yeah, I will take.
So
Listen,
tired of it.
I'll take a double. I'll take a base
Mhm.
hit even. Give me
I'll
4
take
base
a base
hits.
hit.
I will definitely take a base hit,
Dude,
man.
I'll take
Listen,
a ground down.
Tudo, what's
I'll
up,
take a
Tudo?
grounder.
you know what I'm saying? But because the thing is, when you aim for this, now you put yourself back into the business of paying high money when you could keep your money and you could keep your draft picks to basically go on the course like the trades that we got back for Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving was a blessing in disguise. We could have built this
True.
whole thing over through
Yeah.
Dayron Sharp, Yuta Watanabe,
Right.
Cam Thomas, and whatchamacallit. We could have been in the dump. We got a haul back. We got an actual haul back. Now, obviously,
Yeah.
most of the players that came. Now, obviously, some of the players that came in that haul, Spencer Dinwiddie, they could kick rocks. But listen, other than that,
I'm about done with Spence, man. I ain't
Breeze know how I feel about Spencer Dinwiddie, man. Listen, he can
Yeah,
kick
no,
the curve,
I'm gonna
man.
keep it real. Leaf and unpopular opinion, y'all got the same sentiments of Spencer Dinwiddie. So y'all on the same page. Y'all definitely voiced the same
Breeze,
opinion about
Breeze.
him.
You know, Breeze, man. You know, it's all love to death. But listen, I feel how I'm not changing my mind on this. I swear.
Nah, I'm with y'all.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I got
changing
no
my mind on
pushback for
this.
y'all, man.
Yeah.
I got no pushback.
So going forward, I already explained to Breeze what my game plan was coming into the off season. Listen, if you want to keep the picks, that's fine. But if you want to trade the picks, let's trade them for somebody that could work for us right away. If you want to go after Mark Williams, that's fine. If you want to go after Nas Reed, that's fine. If you want to try to make a dummy out of Detroit, go after Jalen Duran, that's fine. But listen, we need some damn guards if this offense is going to continue, because we all know that Coach Jock Vaughn is a defensive coach. So when we get on offense, we need somebody that's going to have at least a mind to know to get the ball up the court quick, fast, and get it to the scorers and get it to them in the right place. When we on offense, we need somebody that's going to be like, hey, Jock Vaughn, when you on offense for these next, we're going to run the 5 seconds like we want to. We need you to sit down and shut the F up. When we get on defense, that's when you stand up and talk. That's when you stand up and talk. You give out the information. Yo, you need to switch here. Yo, we switching here. Yo, we doubling
shout out
this.
to my man, Tudo, real quick, man. Tudo, Master Solution Respect.
Hey, Tudo.
Flew Pride Crash Crew, NYG 22, Tommy, his squad, no Mets bookings, Coach Ed, and please F all Eagles losers and slap them out the door. Forget about it.
Sorry,
you
Randy.
already know, man. Yeah.
But
with no due respect, Randy. With no due respect.
but nah.
Don't give a damn. It's all good.
But to get back to my point, man, about this offseason, man, listen, I'm with Breeze in terms of the 3 big man setup that he had, that he got me to believe in with Nas Reed, Mark Williams, and possible Jalen Duran.
I tweeted that to the Brooklyn Nets too.
Yeah, because as I look at this playoffs, everything is about who can win the hustle plays, who can win the 50-50 plays. If you, especially in the Eastern Conference, the Western Conference is a whole different dynamic. That's high-powered offense. You know, you see what Phoenix is doing, you see what Denver is doing. That's high-powered offense left and right. It is what it is. You know, the Lakers is getting through with free throws. We ain't gonna get into that story. But going forward.
You make a lot of. I'm with you, bro. I was just going to add to what you said about just going forward. I feel like also another thing you said on the stream was we need nastiness and grittiness on the coaching staff.
Oh yes, yes we do.
And I want right next to you, the guy to the right of you, that's Coach Ed. He a real coach, like real life. So I just wanted to add to that to kind of piggyback on what I was doing earlier on the stream, saying the kind of the responsibilities of the assistant coach, and what should a head coach look for in an assistant coach, in your opinion, and to not cut Leaf off, just to kind of add to what he said, because he also has said in that same stream we need nastiness and grittiness on the coaching staff, and I'm saying to what Leaf said. We got the defensive side of the ball. Who do we sort out for the offensive side of the ball? You know what I'm saying? The last guys was from Nash coaching staff, and you see what they do. They do pick and rolls and shoot the 3 ball. That's basically the offense that we had last season. It looked like Nash never left. And I'm saying that I think we are better. I think we are a better team, to what Lee said earlier about a faster pace and playing downhill. Attacking the rim, putting pressure on the bigs in the paint, and just ultimately more 2-pointers than 3-pointers. So who do we go after? You know what I'm saying? Like, should we go after the assistant coach and maybe one of the better offensive teams like Denver? Maybe they got an assistant coach they might let go or might, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm new to this coach thing.
Salute to Coach Ed, man.
Yeah, I'll let
Shout
you go
out.
ahead and answer that, coach, man. But before I do, I just want to play a quick clip, man. For the sponsors of the show, man. Just a quick 30-second clip, man, and then I'll let Coach get into to his answer to your question.
Shadow Worlds Radio, a radio media outlet. The Read and Attack Show, Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports. Go Travels, the go-to for all your sporting events. Wise Consulting Solutions, the wise choice for a better future. The Big Blue Crew, the best damn sports network on YouTube.
That was fire.
All right, man.
Wow.
Shout out to the sponsor of the show, man. Shout out to all my supporters, man. Each and every one of you, man. Everyone's links is in the description of this video, man. So definitely go check out all the links to all the sponsors of the show, as well as the content creators on the platform right here, man. But go ahead, Coach, man. Have at it, man.
All right. In terms of assistants, first things first is your head coach has to determine what he's looking for in an assistant coach. Doesn't matter the sport, manager, whatever. What are you looking for in a respective coach, assistant coach? Now, in basketball, it's different than football, but to a certain extent. I mean, you guys do have offensive and defensive coaches, but in the end, it still runs through the head coach to make a lot of the play calls. Where in football, the coordinator is the one that makes the play call. So in basketball, if your head coach wants to delegate that responsibility to an assistant coach, fine. Now, when you find the right assistant coach, how do you develop your game plans? Is the assistant coach going to do it? Is the assistant coach who's running your offense, does he go through film? Does he look at the opponent? Does he develop the game plan in that regard? So, and sit down with the head coach so they can probably work in conjunction. Again, everything stems from what is the head coach looking for first. I mean, and it's really tricky. Now, you guys said that Jacques Vaughn is more a defensive-minded coach, so maybe he wants to look for an offensive-minded coach. Even if he calls the plays, they sit down and they develop their game plan together, and then that way he can make the adjustments. He can still talk to them. He can still run things through them. Because I know in timeouts, they get together as a collective group, and they sit down and they talk before they go talk to the players. So that could be a good way for them to go about their process of building up a good offensive-minded assistant coach.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that, Coach.
You're welcome, brother.
Appreciate you too, though, man. You know what I'm saying? We tried to put that together, man, for the sponsors of the show, man. So definitely appreciate
I'm
that,
happy.
man.
I'm happy. This is the most Nets. I thought I was like one of the few Nets fans out there. We got a lot of Nets fans up here.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, man. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, man. You know what I'm saying? Nets fans are best fans. I like that saying, Breezy, man.
Yes, we are.
You already know, man. So
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh my God.
The Nets fans are Giants fans. Sorry.
Man. Me and Leaf be at it. I won't say daily, but we definitely be at it a few times a week, man. I ain't gonna front. So
For sure.
We covered the playoffs together. We've been rocking, man. I met Leaf on Players Choice, and we've been rocking, man. So you know what I'm saying. Nets fans, we in the off season ain't shit funny. We gonna stick together.
Ain't a damn thing funny.
Right. So y'all make some valid points, man. And I just learned that you got to play into your strengths. And seeing Jacques Vaughn call those plays, you could tell.
Not to cut you off real quick, man. Why doesn't Barrett post up?
Oh, he does. He does. But what he does is
post in mid post,
and then he'll shoot to his left hand. What he always does. That's why they say he always goes left. And that's what he does. What he should do is when he posts up is attack them right, and that'll also, and then you can come back and go to the left hand because now they have to at least honor you going to the right. If you going to the left 80, 90% of the times, okay, I know exactly how to defend you. I'm
Right.
not worried
Exactly.
about you. I'm sorry, to the left. I'm not worried about you going right. I'm just
Uh huh.
not. It's the same thing in football. If I know a receiver, they run an in cut. How do they run it? What's the depth? I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
head you there. I'm not worried about you running an out cut on me. I'll take the
Mhm.
chances there, especially if you're running it 80% of the time. So, but he
Facts.
does he does go to the post on smaller guys. It's just that he always rolls left,
Being
and he
effective
doesn't
out.
do it on.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it. He does not do it on the other side to go to the right. If he
Right.
does there, he kicks it back out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo,
Hey,
coach.
anybody, not to cut y'all off, but
Mhm.
don't look now, man. But the 76ers, I think, just went up 17 with 4 minutes left
Wow.
in this
Yeah.
game,
That's the
man.
game.
That's James
I had the Sixers
Harden.
to win I had the Sixers to win the East before this playoff started,
Oh,
anyway. But
Yeah, and quick heart of the city updates. The Devils went down 6-1. The
God damn it.
Yankees are up 10-5, top of the ninth, and the New York Mets, it looks like where
They
did the Mets
lost.
go?
They
Yeah, they
lost.
lost 7-6.
They suck
So
right now. They suck.
quick update. We're gonna get into baseball a little bit later, man. But I like this basketball conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk basketball. The football is light right now, so we can keep
I,
going with the
can I?
basketball.
I
Even
just
the
want. I
playoffs
wanted
are
to
still
ask.
interesting. Yeah.
I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask Coach one more question. Now, Coach, I know you've seen Mitch Robinson dominate the rebounds in the Cleveland series. What
Mhm.
did Miami Heat do to Mitch Robinson? Please tell me,
Do you
because
not
they
realize?
they totally neutralized him on a
No,
boards and
no.
an offensive glass.
Cleveland has two bigs. Miami's going small. He can't go. That's the thing with him. Like he can't go out and guard a stretch five or somebody who's quick. They'll take him off the dribble.
that's
And
right.
Miami is spreading the floor. That's what they're doing. They're spreading the floor, which is neutralizing him. That's all. That's all it is. It's real simple. They're not doing anything that's too complicated. And Bam is quicker than he is, a lot more athletic. He has a better offensive game. He has an outside shot, so Mitchell still has to come out and guard him. And then they hit him with pick and roll sometimes. So the switch off. It's just taking him out of what he's good at, which is patrolling the paint. It's smart.
Wow. Okay, so you're saying the fact that they're doing pick and rolls and he has to come out of the paint to guard
Mm-hmm.
Bam or Kevin Love
Mm-hmm.
is the
Mm-hmm.
reason why they made him ineffective.
I see
Yeah.
what you did too, though.
That makes sense. That
He's a
makes sense.
wise guy.
Damn you two though.
He's a wise guy.
Wow, Tudo.
Damn you two though.
Yeah, like you gotta
That
do it
make
like
that make
that.
that actually make perfect sense, coach. And shout out to I want to give a shout out to Kevin Love for being a consummate professional.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think his input in going back
He's
to the
playing
last series
quarterback, right?
He's playing quarterback, yeah, with those
yes,
outlet passes. Yeah,
with
he's
the
killing
outlet
it.
Yeah,
passes. Yes, he is.
they
And
play
I think
quarterback. Yeah.
and I think Kevin Love fits right in with what Miami is doing in terms of
Mm-hmm.
stretching the floor
Great.
and being able to rebound and having more space. He's taking advantage of his opportunities and giving good
Peace,
quality
Miss
minutes.
Wise. Peace.
Yes, and I think he's been a big help. They starting to play Duncan Robinson again, and I think a lot of teams another team that I think that could learn from this is a team that's playing tonight, and that's the Nuggets. I think when they picked up Reggie Jackson and Thomas Bryant, I honestly thought they were loaded when they first got them guys, and
Right.
now they haven't really been playing them. I think the Suns have really flipped the script. I
We
think the
should get
Suns.
Thomas Bryant, Leaf.
Yeah.
We was talking about that before though. I think they was having some rumors about Thomas Bryant before about them trading for him.
Right.
Yeah, and I remember he went to the Lakers. He didn't even get the bag, and he had a big impact before the bigger trade came.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, he did. He absolutely did, Breeze. But I think when they got him and Reggie Jackson at the trade deadline, I'm thinking to myself, with Bruce Brown fitting in the way he fit in over there, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, this team is loaded, and I think they have what it takes to get through the West. I think
Yeah.
Phoenix flipped the script. The Chris Paul injury was probably the best thing that ever happened to them, because now they decided to dig more. Now Monty Williams had to get desperate, being down 2-0, and dig on that bench and find players that was gonna play
To
around.
rely on them.
Kevin Durant and Devin Booker both had 36 and 10
Mhm.
the other night, and Devin Booker is shooting crazy in these last 8 games in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Going back to the
79%. Like
He's
what?
been
that's
unbelievable.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That we talking about he playing on rookie mode. Like
Yo,
this is out of pocket, bro. Like, but
I hate to
amazing.
cut you off, but
Incredible.
the Celtics have cut it down to 12 points now.
no, oh yeah, they sure did. Hold on.
And they got their reserves in.
Yeah.
Yo, hold on. I want to ask you.
Apparently, Peyton Pritchard's going off.
I want to ask the panel something real quick. What do y'all think was the better addition by the trade deadline? Was it Josh Hart to the Knicks, or was it Kevin Love to the Heat?
Kevin Love.
It's turning out to be Kevin Love to the Heat, man, because
Yeah.
I think he's fitting well, almost exactly how he fitted when he first got to the Cavs with Kyrie and LeBron. This is almost the same exact way he's fitting with Jimmy Butler and all the players that they have, because realistically, it's Jimmy and a lot of shooters that could go off in any given time, bro. They playing Duncan Robinson. Yeah, you playing Duncan Robinson, who could have a game. Max Strus could turn into Reggie Miller in literally in a couple of seconds.
Right.
And Gabe Vincent is giving you good minutes, man. I don't want to hear no more about how they undrafted players and all of that. And this, that, and the third, man. They are players. They made it to the dance.
It's gritty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like they deserve to be there, and they were there last year. They were Jimmy Butler 3 away from going to the finals last year against the Celtics. So
hold on. I just kind of want to move the conversation because we're talking about basketball, right? What I wanted to say was, now when you think, because again, this is from a Nets fan perspective and watching other teams and what they do and don't do, and I always think of the culture of the Miami Heat, and I think of Coach Pop and what they're doing with the Spurs, or what they've done with the Spurs rather. So, and I'm saying that far as culture and just building a culture, and I think these are the two teams that represent culture building the most. Stop me if I think I'm wrong, but ultimately what I'm trying to get at is,
and the Spurs and the Heat.
yeah, like just culture wise, like they keep teammates for a long time, and I love to use the Heat for an example, because
it's like the Pittsburgh. It's kind of like the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Patriots, those teams in the NFL where they're consistently, you know what I'm saying?
Riley effect.
Right. Despite the roster turnover. So that's a good point.
It's the Pat Riley effect. I think that Pat Riley, just the way he has that organization going and the way he's
Pat Riley, and you could say the same thing about Pop too.
And Spoelstra has developed in such a hell of a coach over there in Miami. I mean, that dude deserves all the respect.
Very underrated.
He gets. He's terrific.
Yeah.
He's a terrific coach for what he's been able to do for that roster that's down there in Miami.
But this is what I'm getting at. I'm asking the panel. But the first question y'all pretty much answered. Kevin Love was the guy over Josh Hart. The second question is, going forward, how, because of Miami Heat for the most part, and because of the COVID, but how important is the G League to the NBA as of right now? With Miami doing as well as they're doing, and their talent, 9 out of 10 of their players are from the G League. How important is the G League to the NBA, far as taking them serious, to give them serious minutes and opportunities to actually play on the NBA team?
I give you a percentage, Breeze. The percentage that I would give you is about, maybe it's coming closer to, I say between 35 and 45%.
Okay.
I think that's being like pretty as honest as possible, because you have players that can contribute depending on the type of spots that they're in, and then you have players that go on the team and they don't pan out to fill out a roster, and it's a garbage roster, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? So
because there's certain players like Gary Payton II, I think even PJ Tucker, but I think he played 4 and
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole. There's a lot of talent where they get them from the draft. They might be a late draft pick in the first round or second round draft pick, and opposed to putting them on an NBA team, they'll send them to the G League team. And you're right, Golden State did it with Poole, and even with Klay Thompson. I don't know if y'all remember, but when he had first came off of the injury, they sent him down to the G League just to kind of warm up, shoot around, and that was the last season, the year they won it. Just for like a rehabilitation to get some run and whatnot. So I'm saying that I want the Brooklyn Nets to take a deeper look into the G League and just kind of work from the Long Island Nets and the Brooklyn Nets and developing some of that talent, because I see the championship teams doing it. Like I just figured we can't cheat the formula. The best, and I seen this earlier, and I was saying this earlier. The best GM that the Nets had was Willis Reed. He drafted Derek Coleman. He drafted Kenny Anderson. And to cut to the chase, the GM strength is building from the draft. You don't have to give these guys the bag. You could develop their talent. Somebody like Shea, in my opinion, everybody say, "Oh, Paul George was worth the Shea trade." I disagree. I totally disagree.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think the Clippers would be more dangerous right now if they had Shea opposed to Paul George. I just do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Paul George
man,
doesn't even
definitely.
play. He doesn't even play on the
Definitely.
court. He's out every single year during the playoffs. Well, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has developed into a 30-point scorer now in the NBA. Absolutely, they would have taken that trade back any day of the week.
Yeah.
Right. And just one last little thing I wanted to say. What you call him came in the league balling. Rajon Rondo. His second year with the Celtics, he was hooping with Ray Allen, KG, Paul Pierce. Case in point is, you gotta give these guys an opportunity. It really hurts a Nets fan soul like mine to see talent on the bench that I felt like we could have made instrumental into the offense or just the team, and we just. Somebody said this yesterday. It hurts to see the Nets talent go to other teams and ball out when they could have stayed here and did this same exact thing. So that's all.
The best teams do build through the draft. You mentioned the Spurs. You mentioned the Warriors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The Celtics.
The Celtics, you know what I'm saying? So the best teams do build.
The Celtics got their picks from us, so technically we built that team.
Facts. And to my other point is, how do you build through the draft if you ain't got no damn picks? You see what I'm saying? If you don't have no picks and you keep trading your picks, how are you expect to create a foundation building through the draft? Now, to your point, Breezy, yes, the G League has gotten better as far as the NBA allowing players to actually get developed and not bringing guys straight out of high school, 1 year in college, throwing them to the fire. You know what I'm saying? You can actually send guys down and actually let them develop and then bring them up. So that has gotten better. But what good is the talent if you're not going to use it because you have a coaching style that does not fit the guys on the roster? And this is the point, where a lot of us Giants fans, me, Jeffy Coach, was getting on the Giants a lot, is because they were getting these guys that just did not necessarily fit what the Giants were trying to do. It's what I said on your show earlier, Breezy. Coach, GM got to be on the same page. If you drafting players that I can't work with or that don't fit my system, then we got to do something different here. But the best coaches, and this is why Giants fans love Brian Dable, make the system work for the players you got on the roster. Don't try to create a system or create a certain coaching style, whether it be defense or offense, and then say, well, these players don't fit. No, you got certain players on the roster. Make that gel. That's what a coach's job is supposed to do. Coach the players, coach them up. Instead of saying, hey, these guys don't work with what I'm trying to do, or they not necessarily a fit, so I'm not going to play them, and you just sitting there letting talent rot on the bench. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you, Breezy. It sucks. And it's terrible to see that, and it's probably going to end up in Cam Thomas and Day'Ron Sharpe getting moved or getting traded, man. And I hate to see it, man. But
Word.
take, man. Let Jeffy get in here, man. Raphael, if you want to chime in, you can too. I know you're
Uh
not.
huh. Yep.
I'll let Raphael go first.
Go
And
ahead,
say
Rafi.
what he has to say.
Yes, I just wanted to tell to everybody else because I just saw for the last few games for the New York Knicks, and technically they had to go to see like a more defense, but the only thing that I just wanted to like to throw the towel because right now the New York Yankees. How can I explain it? The Yankees sucks because I just feel the hurt. I just feel
Yeah,
that hurt by
feel
myself
it
because
too.
I don't know why. I don't know why they have it in the batting, and I don't know why they just having it like an enduring problem. And Brian Cashman is doing like do absolutely nothing because we just lost against Tampa Bay Rays on 10 innings. I think they had a lot of good pressure on batting and, of course, the pitching style. I don't know what's happening for the New York Yankees. It really sucks for over the weeks. And, of course, we are the last place at the conference, at the American League, the last place. I mean, they need to
Last.
do something. Yep.
Mhm. And
Well,
I think they're gonna stay in last too.
you don't even
That's
know what pain is. I'm a Mets fan. We lost 6 of our last 7 to the Reds, the Rockies, and the Tigers. I'll take a loss
yeah.
to the Rays. Mets,
It's
that's painful.
it's it's ugly, man. Didn't I not put the link in the chat? Well, there it is, Lou. Thought I put it in the chat, man. I got so much going on, bro. But check it, man. Jeffy, man, what do you think, man? As far as this Nets thing, man, and then we'll kind of move forward with the conversation. It's been about an hour and a half. And these basketball teams ain't getting no better, man. But you know, as far as the coaching, man, the coaching and the players, what would you do in this situation about a guy like Cam Thomas and about a guy like Day'Ron Sharp?
Well, I don't know what they've been doing with Day'Ron Sharp. That's been a mystery to me this entire season because I like some of the things I've seen out of Sharp. The problem is this kid hasn't really had the chance consistently to be on the court and actually develop out there. So he gets a couple of games where he goes out there and looks to be the answer at the backup center position. And then he all of a sudden is sitting for like about 2-3 weeks, and they're going out there and getting like a Moses Brown or a Nerlens Noel. And then all of a sudden these guys don't perform. They're throwing Sharp back out there. So they just got to let this kid go out there and try to develop as a player. Give him his opportunities. And he's only 21 years old. I mean, some of these kids don't exactly, get it done immediately. You got to let them learn on the fly. You got to let them, take their lumps.
I agree, Tommy.
I say the same thing about Cam Thomas. We know Cam Thomas right now, unfortunately, looks like a one-dimensional type player. But he's only 21 years old. Still got
use
a lot
that
of
dimension
time.
then, right?
Yeah,
You know
take
what I'm
advantage of that
saying?
dimension, especially look in the playoffs. Look at the
Man.
playoffs that we went through this past season. I mean, who on that bench really did anything? Royce O'Neal was awful. Dorian Finney-Smith was a ghost. I mean, Joe Harris, I love Joe Harris, but I think it's time for Joey Buckets to be out of here. Seth Curry, I don't mind if he goes. Where was Edmund Sumner? That's the one criticism I had of Jacques Vaughn during this playoff run is that the guys you had out there weren't working. Why don't you try somebody else to see if they can give you some type of spark? Like, a Sumner, like a Watanabe. Dust off some of these other guys and see what they could do. And maybe
Pause on the dusting off, sir. Jesus Christ.
Oh my
no
goodness.
pause. But give us something different in terms offensively because what you're doing right now was not working. And I mean, in terms of what I'd like to see this team do in the offseason, I want rebounding. I want this team to add some more size in the front court and rebounding because we badly need it. How many times do we have to watch the Nets give up second, third, fourth, fifth?
Same thing happening with the Knicks right now. Yeah,
the
they
Nets,
getting
it was worse.
dominated on the offensive rebounds. Yeah,
The Knicks is getting dominated on the offensive rebounds in this series because they're getting spread out.
Exactly.
That's why that Miami spreads you out because it's basically Jimmy and and shooters and space. That's why they're getting beat. They don't have enough hustle to the ball because their best hustle player at outside of a center is Josh Hart. Everybody else is trying to cover shots, and everybody else is trying to spread out on the 3-point line. So you got more long rebounds, and now you got the Jimmy Butlers of the world. You got the Gabe Vinces and Max Strus and all of them after the rebounds because they're constantly on the move trying to get open for their shot. That's why. And when you have players that move around and trying to get open on the 3 for their shot all the time and catch and shoot, they're always on the move. Their spring is a lot much better. It's kind of the same thing like the Golden State Warriors, how they get invisible offensive rebounds all the time because they always running. That's the problem.
Motion on the court, yeah.
That's not running off.
But,
they're too stagnant. Too one-on-one sometimes.
Let me let Big Bro Lou chime in. What's good with you, Big Bro, man? Appreciate you you coming through, man. If you want to chime in right now, we're on a basketball conversation. We're gonna get into some Giants in a minute, Ben. But right now we're on the basketball.
Part of the city,
convo.
baby.
You already know.
The city. I gotta make an appearance. Shit.
For sure, man. So Knicks. What you think about the Knicks, man? Talk to me,
Knicks, man. My Knicks disappointed me, man. It ain't over. It ain't over. You know, we fight. We're gonna take it all the way to the wire, but it's not looking
it's over, bro.
Done, Lou. It's done, bro. I love you, but it's done.
This is over, fam.
I bet you we win the next game.
We might win the next game, okay, fine, but this series is done.
Yo, son, listen, we can pull out a miracle, son.
Stick a fork in it.
We can pull out a miracle, son.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody might have it. Let me not say that. We can pull out a miracle.
It only takes a miracle.
The only game y'all won in the series, bro, is it probably could be blamed on Scott Foster, but that's not for me to say.
Jimmy Butler didn't play.
Yo, can I?
But
listen,
ask the Knicks fans. At the end of the day, bro, the Knicks do this shit to me every time we go on a good run. That's why you never heard me say nothing all year long. You ever heard me say, yeah, the Knicks is going, because every time we go on a good run, just when I start to get excited,
take it away.
Yo, can I ask the Knicks fans something? If y'all lose in the gentleman's sweep, y'all shake things up, or y'all keep the same roster next season and you know, go at it again?
We need a consistent. We what's up, Joe?
Hey.
What's good, Joe? What's good?
Hey, Joe.
Randall is not consistent enough, bro.
No, Randall is an enigma. He is a black hole. He stagnates everything with this team, man. Seriously. No, seriously. Think about it.
Coach seeing Julius Randle on the street, man. I feel bad for Julius Randle.
Think about it. Before, when he was hurt, Obi was balling. Grimes was balling. Even RJ was balling. But he comes back, like I said earlier, he does something to just take away from he gets the ball and dribble, and everybody else is standing around just looking at him, scratching their ass. No, when he's not in it, the ball is moving, the guys are moving, they're playing fundamentally sound basketball. Tibbs even coaches better. But it's like he got something on this whole organization, and you know what? He's going to do whatever he wants, and everybody else just kiss his black funky ass.
God, Coach.
No pause, man.
All right, so
man.
Coach, do y'all move off of Randall next season?
Hell fucking yes.
Wow.
Wow.
But y'all keep Brunson. Y'all keep it Brunson and move off Randall?
Somebody please clip that soundbite, black funky ass.
Clip it. I don't care. I don't
gotta
care.
get that soundbite and put it on my soundboard.
Yes. Go right ahead, please.
Oh shit. We definitely
you know what? Joe, Lou, go ahead. I've said my piece, man. Go ahead. Y'all got it, man.
Coach.
Real quick, update, man. Yankees won a game finally, 10-5.
Oh,
so
finally.
There you go, Rafi, man. We finally got one.
Finally they got one. But right now, we're still on the last one. We're still on the last. We still had to struggling. We still had to struggling.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna switch gears here, man. But I want to give the fellas a last one last go round to wrap up the basketball conversation, man. Then we're gonna get into a little bit of football and a little bit of baseball to wrap things up here, man. But appreciate Leaf, appreciate you, Breezy. You already know, man. So let y'all get y'all's final words in. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna change gears and get into the football conversation.
You want to go first, Leaf? I don't know where Leaf at. Well, I'll go first, and then he'll chime in.
Right.
But to your question about Cam Thomas and Daron Sharp, Jacques Vaughn asked for nastiness and grittiness. I think you get some of that out of Daron Sharp. I think we keep him on the roster for next year. He's one of the better rebounders that we got. And Cam Thomas, I got him in the starting lineup next season. Jacques Vaughn say he's gonna build on relationships this summer. And I know he meant Claxton, Cam Johnson, and Mikal Bridges, but hopefully he can include Cam Thomas in that. Just because I really feel like Cam Thomas is going to go somewhere else and shine. And I think he deserves the opportunity. He deserves the look with the Brooklyn Nets. So, again, man, shout out to Heart of the City, man. Like I said, man, if y'all ain't tapped in, man, tap in, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And every week, man, he pulling up, man. It's 52 weeks in a year. He probably did 50. He probably missed one episode. He's one of the better podcasters out here, man. Y'all need to tap in, man. For real. So shout to the Big Blue Crew and everything you got going on the football side. I be seeing y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all made me a Giants fan last season. So you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
Hey,
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Breezy, man. Of course, man.
Congratulations.
You sound like you from New York.
Yeah, man. That's
I'm from
this
New
my
York,
childhood friend, man. For real, like really, this is my childhood friend, yo. No
yeah,
bullshit.
nah.
We grew
That's
up
all
together.
facts. We friends from before mustaches, man. But I'm saying I was watching football, and then I got turned off for everything, all the politics and everything. I just stopped watching it, and then I was watching this podcast, and then just I was with them. Well, not with them. I was watching a podcast when they was going on a run. It was like Saquon Barkley was going off. I was like, yo, I'm getting excited about football again, and y'all did that, man. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Heart of the City. I love this podcast, man. Thanks.
Definitely, man.
So
Definitely
quick question. So was you riding with him on the Malik Willis train?
I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on with no Malik Willis and no trade, man. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Listen, he was going hard for Malik Willis for a minute. He was like, yo, get rid of Daniel Jones, draft Malik Willis.
Hey, man, I still go hard for Malik Willis, man. You know what I'm saying?
He about ready to get cut.
I think he should be starting with Tannehill, man. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know he about ready to get cut.
You think they're going to cut him? Or
They got Levis. They got Levis. They got Levis, and they got Tannehill. Until they get rid of Tannehill, until they do, if they don't, right now it doesn't look like they're going to. So, guess who's the odd man out? You don't draft Levis.
Right now, they ain't gonna get rid of him right now because he got to train Levis. Malik Willis can't do it.
Man, shit.
Malik Willis ain't been in the league long enough to teach Levis how to be a professional quarterback.
Tannehill ain't going to get the Titans over the hump, man. So you know what I'm saying. Hey, look, if they don't play Malik Willis and Will Levis is something, hey, good for him, man. But at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying. I think a lot of these brothers that come into the league don't necessarily get their shot, man. And that's one of the reasons why I was supporting Malik Willis, man. But Leaf, you there? I don't know if he's still there or not. But he on mute, man.
Please play Miss Y's Big Blue Crew commercial for Lou and Joe. They weren't here earlier, boss.
Oh, you want me to play the commercial? All right, cool.
Wow.
We'll play the commercial, then we'll switch gears, man. Big Pat, what's good? What's good? Told you about it. Y'all ain't just believe Willis, man. God damn it. I ain't gonna never hear the end of that. They go the link for you, Pat, man. If whenever you get off work or whatever, man. But my lovely wife made us a little sponsor commercial, man. So I'll go ahead and play that, and then we'll get into the schedule release rumors for the NFL. Let me find this joint. All right, here we go.
Shadow Worlds Radio, a radio media outlet. The Read and Attack Show, Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports. Go Travels, the go-to for all your sporting events. Wise Consulting Solutions, the wise choice for a better future. The Big Blue Crew, the best damn sports network on YouTube.
Hey!
Hey!
You're going to have to
So-
add and Roku.
There you
I changed
go.
the name today, Pat.
There you go, man.
I changed the
go,
name
man.
today. On Roku, we are the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. We have a Roku
All right.
channel.
All right, man. That's what's up, man. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Let's get into this, man. Let's get into this though. Coach, what you got going on over there? Got Stephen A in the background. Who's
Oh, damn. Sorry.
that?
Nah, Hogan's Heroes is on. I'm sorry.
Oh, nah, you good. You good, man. But
I thought I was muted. That's why. Sorry about that.
nah, you good, man. But Giants Jets, man. Rumor is that this is gonna be the Monday night matchup, man. Coach, I think you sent me something on Twitter about the schedule rumors, man. But let's start here, man. Yeah, let's start here with this Jets Giants rumor to be the Monday night matchup. A lot of us were kind of already expecting this. On Twitter, we was kind of clamoring for the Jets and Giants to, just because, man, New York City, man, game one. What's up?
I said that's got to be Pat with the criminal cam.
Oh yeah. That's Pat, man. What's good, man? Appreciate you coming through, brother. But check it out, man. Jets Giants, man. Week 1, man. Now you got Aaron Rodgers. He changed his number to number 8. Trying to be like Daniel Jones. Yeah, we got you, bro. We had you. Pause, but he just disappeared.
Sir.
He'll be back, man. But what y'all think, man? What y'all think about this Giants Jets matchup, man? How you feeling about it, man? And is this a good move, man, for the NFL to start off Monday night with Aaron Rodgers and the new look Jets? Go ahead, Lou, man, since you got your hand raised, sir.
I don't give a damn who we play. We coming out to stomp a mud hole and whoever lines up across from us. They could watch all the film they want from last year. It's going to be a totally different team. Same offensive playbook, bunch of different plays. It's not going to start with the first 4 or 5 plays that you seen last year a lot. It's going to be completely new wrinkles, and they're going to have a totally different offense to plan against defensively. So, and believe it or not, here's a little nugget. Everybody think because John Michael Smith is a pass protector and we got a lot of speedsters, and there's the issue with the Saquon negotiation or whatever, that you can kind of forget Saquon. Don't do that. Again, this offense is going to be predicated on the run for at least the first 4 to 5 weeks. Watch what I tell you. This offensive line has to gel. They have to figure out who the guards are going to be. And it's going to be a run-predicated offense for the first 4 to 5 weeks.
And I'll do you one better. As far as this schedule release, man, Jets Giants, and we'll see. I think, Coach, you had I think it's looking like the Saints, Bills, Commanders, Patriots first 5 games. So if that is the case, one might say that's a tough schedule for the New York Giants. But in my unpopular opinion, I think the Giants will get off to a 6-1, 5-2, or 7-3, something like that start. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because of the continuity with the coaching staff. This team has brought back
Goddamn
continuity.
blitz squad.
They brought back the quarterback. They brought back the defensive and offensive coordinators, the head coach. I think this is the first time we brought back all the coordinators, the quarterback, and everybody on offense, man, in some years now. You know,
Yeah, this is the first. Yeah, I'm just saying, this is the first time we had the same coaching staff in a long time.
With a playbook
Right.
that actually works, not where you can see the play coming from fucking 5 plays ahead.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's going to be the reason why we're going to get off to a fast start next season, this coming season, man, is because we're going to be that team that nobody wants to play when they're trying to figure out their new offensive system, like the Jets, like the Saints, like some of these other teams. We're going to be the ones that's going to be clicking and on point. You know what I'm saying? While some of these other teams try to figure it out, like we were last season. You see what I'm saying? So I definitely think that this Giants team is going to get off to a solid start to the season. You know what I'm saying? They may, fiddle around the middle of the season, lose a couple games here and there, man. But definitely, man. And I definitely think this is a good matchup for the Giants. And look, we want to get this out the way with this Jets team, man, before, if and when they do start clicking, man, because the Jets do have a good team. I'm not fronting, you know what I'm saying? But getting them week 1 is the best situation for the Giants, man, because you can come out the gate, man, with that defense, man, with Wink Martindale. They're going to be humming. They're going to be ready. Dex, Leo, Ojolari, they're going to be ready to go. Kayvon Thibodeau, we got the corners now, man, to be able to match up on the outside with guys like Garrett Wilson and the other cat they got Alan Lazard. So I think this is a fire matchup, man. It's good for the NFL and it's good for Giants fans, man. Because we ain't scared of like
Karen
my man
Rodgers is washed.
Karen Rodgers. Yeah, we ain't scared of him, man. But let's let Pat jump in real quick, man. Appreciate you coming through, Pat, man. What you think about this game 1 rumor right now to be Jets Giants opening Monday Night Football?
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the best storyline matchups. So I can't see any other game being slated for Monday Night Football. But I think we match up very well against the Jets. Long as our run defense comes to play, I'm not scared of their offense at all. Garrett Wilson is good, but I'm not scared of their offense at all. As long as we get a little bit of pressure and stop the run game, we should be good. And our offense against their defense is going to be a little bit of a matchup, but I think Waller is going to be the X factor in that game because I don't think they have the safety power or the linebackers to cover Waller one-on-one. Because if you put what's that boy over there? He's a good linebacker, but when it comes to coverage, he's gonna get ate up by Waller, the middle linebacker.
Oh, is it CJ Mosley?
Yeah, you put CJ Mosley in coverage against him, it's a wrap. Mm-hmm. So I think Saquon Barkley and Waller and Daniel Jones will be the X factors on offense in that very first game because our receivers are going to take a little bit, to get the continuity together. But our speed factor, fucking Sauce Gardner can't run 100 yards to cover everybody. So, I mean,
so can't.
Right.
The other cornerback was decent too.
Yeah, he was good too. But I got faith in our receivers. Slayton, Hyatt, damn man, I don't have a brain lapse, but Hodgins, Paris Campbell,
Wandell,
Shep. I don't think Wandell and Shep would be ready for the first game.
I think what they're gonna do, Pat, not to cut you off, I think they're gonna put Jamison Crowder in that role until Shep and Wandell Robinson get back healthy.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna take it light with Shep, man. They might be saving him more for like a playoff run.
Yeah, and then Crowder will head to the practice squad when Wandell and Shep get back. But I have complete confidence going against the Jets in that game. As long as we don't let some stupid stuff to get out of hand and let them get like a 14 or 17-point lead in the first half. We'll be okay. It's going to be a close game. I see us winning like a 24-17 or 24-20 type game. But I think we're gonna have something for people on offense this year. A lot of people are gonna have to adjust to the speed that we have on offense this year. And Waller's just gonna be a problem, bro.
All the way
I can
around.
see it now.
All the way around.
But Joe, man, let me get your take on this Jets Giants opening Monday night game, man. Who do you think has the advantage in this matchup, man? Just looking at it right now.
I think Aaron Rodgers is washed up. Period. I
Tell
do.
him, Joe.
He's going to the Jets. Whoever's gone to the Jets and won anything, because they were. All you want to play 1 year, get that $50 million. You're on your own. You're on your own. Do I want somebody like that as a quarterback? No. What you going to do? You're going to give up at the first sign of trouble.
He sure is too.
Yeah.
Trouble's coming. Mark my words. If they don't start off winning, the whole season is shot right down the drain. If they have a one game by 4, they ain't gonna win any.
Good point. Jeffy, man, you still there with us, man? Give us your take on this Monday night opening game matchup.
Well, I actually disagree about what you're saying. I think we're going to get off to a little bit of a slower start because of the amount of players that are new on this team. And I think they need to get adjusted to the system. But I think that we're going to finish off a lot stronger compared to how we did last year, because that's when you're going to start seeing this offense and this defense really start to hum. So I think in terms of the matchup against the Jets, for me, it's that offensive line of the Jets against the New York Giants pass rush. And that I'm looking at the guys around that outside linebacker position, Kayvon Thibodeau and Azeez Ojulari up against guys like Becton and Brown at the offensive tackle position. I think if those guys are able to get that rush on the outside and try to throw Rodgers off of his 2 and 3 step drop, I think that's when the Giants are going to have the big advantage of this game. I do believe Waller. I agree with what Pat says. Waller is going to be a problem for that safety position of the Jets because DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner are terrific quarterbacks. But I don't think that, Mosley and those safeties are not going to be able to handle what Waller could do over the middle of the football field. And also, you also could have the factor of Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield and potentially causing some havoc over the middle of the football field and passing down situations. So I think that's where going to be one of the biggest differences, I think, is our outside rushers. And I know they got the new center, Tittman, in the middle, but I think Dexter Lawrence is going to be able to, play pretty well against him. Same thing with Leo. But it's because of those outside rushes, and I'm really seeing I think Thibodeau is getting ready to have a major jump going to his second season. I could see him just wrecking that game on the outside against either Becton or Brown, whoever's playing at left or right tackle. So I do think that the Giants are going to end up winning this first game, and a lot of it's going to have to do because of our pass rush on the front four.
Good point, Jeff, man. And it's a good point you made, too, about Kayvon Thibodeau, because, somehow Kayvon Thibodeau is kind of going under the radar. Like, he could really be that dude this year, and have like a, 12, 14 sack season, man, so most definitely, man. Shout out to Alex, man. Big Blue in the Bronx, man.
Hey, Alex.
Coming through, man. For real, man. Go sub to my man, Big Blue in the Bronx, man. For real. Excellent content over there with him and his brother Luca, man. For sure, man.
I want to say
Jose,
one.
man? What's
I
good,
want to
Jose
say,
Rosario?
what's up, Honey Badger? I want to say one thing about what Jeff is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Our front line of Thibodeau, a healthy Leo, Dexter Lawrence, Ojulari, and whoever we want to put at that other DN position in the 3-4, whether it's Ashawn Robinson, DJ Davidson, Nacho. Like, we got so many options on the front line, and I can see Dex and Leo dominating that interior of that Jets offensive line. And then I could see either Ojulari going ham on the right side or Thibodeau going ham on the right side, because if Becton is playing, I think Becton is a major red flag for the Jets against either one of those guys. If
What you
he
say,
start,
Joe? No, Joe was trying to say something.
Who?
Oh, guess not. Go ahead, Pat.
but I truly believe our defense will outplay the Jets' defense in that very first game because the Jets are going to have to get used to playing with Aaron Rodgers, and those receivers are going to have to get used to playing with Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
He may try to force some things to Garrett Williams, and I think we're going to put Banks on Garrett Williams just to test the waters to see if he can, lock him up a little bit. If he starts to falter a little bit, we're going to throw a Dory Jackson on and let Banks guard Lazard, the bigger receiver, because I don't think Lazard has anything for Banks. He's not going to threaten him deep, and Banks is very physical at the line. And Lazard, as big as he is, he's not that physical at the line. So I think they're going to have a problem on their hands. And I'm telling you, Darrell Waller's first game, they're going to look for him, and he might have 100 yards in that first game if the Jets decide to just man up against us. And DJ Reed is good, but he doesn't have the speed to stay with any one of our receivers. He doesn't have the speed to stay with them. And you're not going to be able to stay in cover 3 against us this year because we have too many outlets to attack you this year. See, last year people got away with that shit because we didn't have anybody out there. But now we got, man, I'm telling you, you might see a pretty good season from us, man.
Yeah, man, I'm with you, man. I think this is the type of team, man, that's I know a lot of people last year were comparing us to the Tennessee Titans, as far as the style of play that we were playing. But this year, I think the Giants are going to take another step, man, especially offensively, man, because I think Kafka wants to showcase what he can do for these other NFL teams. And I think Brian Dable's going to let him. You know what I'm saying? I think Dable kind of had to pull back a little bit, you know what I'm saying, last year, man, just because Kafka was a rookie offensive coordinator, and just because we did not necessarily have the personnel to run the offense that we wanted to run, man. So he kind of had to. But this year, I think he's going to cut him loose. He's going to cut Daniel Jones loose, man. And I think you're going to really see the Giants, man, put the pedal to the metal, as they say, man. But
and
let me
also,
go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say real quickly, I think that the Giants, the one thing that is going to really take this offense to the next level is obviously the offensive line. But if Evan Neal can play better in his second season and really start making that growth, that's where this team can really take off offensively, because teams are going to be targeting at Neal because of his inability at times to be able to handle the speed rusher on the outside. So if he can be able to make that adjustment on that outside and be able to take care of them speed rushes, that's where you're going to see this Giants offense.
Who would you have more concern about? Just speaking in this week 1 matchup, Evan Neal or Mekhi Becton?
Mekhi Becton.
Becton, not even close. If Evan Neal's at least
that could be the key. That could be the key matchup right there. If Evan Neal outplays Becton or whoever the Jets put out there at left tackle, well, I think he's gonna play right tackle, right? Whoever they put out there,
I think Becton's
gonna play right tackle, right?
Yeah, and I think also too, you have to think about the best pass rusher on that Jets team right now is Quinnen Williams, and he's going to be going up against John Michael Schmidt. So if John Michael Schmidt's the real deal, which we all believe he is, we believe he's going to be able to take care of him. Look at the outside pass rushers on that Jets team right now. I mean, Carl Lawson, he's decent. He's good, but he's not that good in terms of being a premier pass rusher. And I like Jermaine Johnson, but I think that Andrew Thomas is going to – whoever goes up against Andrew Thomas is probably going to have a bad day. Yeah, he's not going to have a good day.
They're gonna line up Johnson on Evan Neal because of the speed rush. And hopefully – and they're going to hope that he hasn't learned how to attack that speed rush. But if he has his feet right this year, I don't think the Jets will be able to do anything to get pressure on us, because if John Michael Schmitz is, like he said, who we think he is, and he has a pretty good game against Quinnen Williams, there's nothing they can really do with us. Because if this offense has time, what are you going to do? Who you going to run across the whole field with all that speed all game? You're going to get tired here soon.
Yeah,
I'm
Giants
telling you.
offense is going to be too explosive on the outside. They'll probably try to think of a way to double up Waller if Waller's cutting them up in the middle. Then you can just run some of those routes on the outside, either Hyatt to Campbell to Slayton. You could also get somebody over the middle like a Crowder, or even what about Daniel Bellinger? You got to think about what Daniel Bellinger could be as an X factor in this offense too, because he's going to become the secondary guy now. So you got to factor him in there too.
Let me piggyback off that for a second.
Hey, Lou, you're awful quiet.
Let me piggyback off of that for a second.
Wow.
Hey, you calm your
What's that?
excitement down over there, buddy. The fact that Pat just touched on, with all that speed, by halftime, by third quarter, teams will be gassed and will have given up on defense. This season, it's going to look like a game for the first 2 quarters.
Yeah.
By third and fourth quarter, we're going to start running away on teams because it's too much speed for defenses to keep up with, and they're going to be gassed.
But Daniel, what you do is when you get them tired, like my man Tommy said right here, you hit them with Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, the draw play is going to be nasty this year. Yeah, YG, that draw play, definitely out the shotgun. I'm telling you, when we have all those receivers out there on the
Don't
field.
sleep because we got all them speedsters. Saquon's still going to have a year. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think they have a good one. Yes.
The wheel route could be something they could try to deploy in that offense as well, and try to roll Saquon out to the outside.
Yep.
But hit him with some of those wheel routes too.
Which he killed his first season with Eli.
Yes.
Sure did. Hey, shit, when his second season when Daniel Jones was there, they was killing him too.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And I think too that we gotta understand too, man. Whoever is in that slot, man, for the opposing team, man. I mean, initially you're gonna have to deal with Crowder, but eventually, we're gonna have Wandale or Sterling Shepard in that slot, man, as well as your boy Isaiah Hodgins. Remember, Isaiah Hodgins. What I'm looking forward to see Isaiah Hodgins is he was already like our best route runner on our team last year. Like if he could really get down his route running like really, really crisp, man, that dude can be dangerous, man. You know what I'm saying?
Telling you, Bryce Ford Wheaton is going to take either his or Colin Johnson's spot.
I'm glad you brought him up, Lou. I think that's the guy we're forgetting about. Bryce Ford Wheaton is another guy, 6'4", but he's got speed, 4'3". It's another guy we could trail down that field that could be a 50-50 guy on the outside. That only can beat you vertically. He can jump up and get that ball.
He's going to be a key contributor to this team, even though he's an undrafted free agent. That guy has talent. He has speed. If he can grasp this offense, if they can coach him up to speed fast, he's going to be a year one impact player.
We'll see how they plan with him because they may plan to stash him to next season too.
Because if you got him, Jalen Hyatt, Wandale Robinson, and say Parrish Campbell on the field, holy shit, bro. And then Darren Waller.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some talent out there this year, man.
You can't say DJ ain't got no weapons now. The league is in trouble.
I don't know if Colin Johnson gonna make it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't think he makes the team either.
No, I don't think
I don't think he's going to make it to the practice squad, no.
And the one thing I love about the depth at this wide receiver position is, like we said, you don't got to rush Wandale Robinson and Sterling Shepard back. You could just let them get right, get 100%.
You don't got to rush Jalen Hyatt on the field either, like Pat pointed out.
You're telling us right now we can get Wandale Robinson and a Sterling Shepard back early in this season, what that will do for this offense? Those are 2 acquisitions you could make at a trade deadline that we would get back during the middle of the season from injury. That's going to help that offense even become more dynamic because now you got 2 guys that can control the middle of that football field along with Waller when you got their deep threats on the outside stretching that defense. And that's what Wandale and Shep do better than a lot of the players on our team is they know how to work over the middle and move the chains.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, before I leave, don't be surprised because I got for my prediction because Right now, the last season for New York Giants under Brian DeBall is getting like extraordinary, and getting to Saquon Barkley as one of the coolest and good running backs they have, from because they had a lot of talent in that defense. And calling crazy, but I can smell New York Giants versus Eagles defending for the first place at the conference. And of course, Dallas Cowboys and Washington Commanders, they're going to be eliminated at the regular season. But I can see, if they had a great defense, I can see New York Giants fighting for the first place at the conference because they had a great talent, including for Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, and the new talent. I mean, this is going to be great.
I
Tell
like
him
what
Yeah.
you're saying, Raph. I like what you're
Those
saying, man.
those Eagles games are gonna be very interesting this year because
Yes.
I hate to say it, the Eagles they're still stacked. Like that Eagles team is still stacked, and they got better actually.
They did.
So
Somehow,
Hurts in four, baby. Hurts in four.
somehow, man. I appreciate what Raphael just said, though, man.
Yeah,
The
but I can
Giants.
tell you, if Daniel Jones could beat Jalen Hurts, that could be shocking and interesting.
I think he can. I think he can, man. And the thing about it is, though, is what you said about the defense. Now, I predicted this last year, and I was a little bit off, man. But I do think the Giants are developing one of the better defenses in the NFL, man. And it could be top five
Yes.
coming into this season, man, just because of one, how Wink Martindale plays defense, man. Even last year when we didn't have the talent, we were still that team that nobody really wanted to play with on defense, man. Now you taking the talent that he's added, the continuity with the coaching staff, the continuity with your defensive line, and you added to your defensive line. The Giants only lost really one sort of significant player, and that's Julian Love. Outside of that, we got everybody we needed to come back, came back into the lineup,
Exactly.
man.
I'll tell you this too: if we start holding teams on 100 yards rushing, it's gonna be a fucking problem. Because that's what killed us last year. People were just able to run the ball, waste the clock, and just move it down the field. If we start stopping you for running the ball, and we can get somebody like Cordell Fly in the slot to stop that stupid, just throw it up in the slot against Darnay Holmes or get the first down shit, we were getting people off the field if that shit wasn't happening. To be honest with you, because that damn third down shit, 3rd and 10, and they just attack Darnay Holmes and get the first down, and then they start running. Our defense was getting tired because of that shit. But if they start getting you off the field consistently, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, because you can't depend on that slot player, it's going to be a problem. And you will keep giving the ball back to our offense. Just keep giving it back, keep giving it back. Oh, you finna get ran off the field this year.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And
Now,
also
the
the
rumor-
coaching too. The coaching is. I'm sorry, MYG.
Nah, go ahead. Finish your point.
The coaching. I mean, look what the coaching did with the players that weren't even theirs, and look what the coaching got out of those guys. Imagine what the coaching could do now, and you have pretty much everybody back with maybe a couple of assistant coaches leaving. Now you have that continuity that was, you guys said before, back on this coaching staff with better talent on the roster. You don't think that's going to make this Giants team offensively and defensively that much more difficult to handle? Because
And
of
now,
what April and Wink can do?
and Jeff, now the learning curve on both sides of the ball is way less than what it was last year.
Exactly, Pat.
Now they're comfortable. Now they know what they're doing from out the gate. I'm telling you, man, this team could be dangerous, bro. If they stop that fucking run, it's gonna be a problem. And a healthy Leo and a healthy Dex with Ashawn Robinson, Thibodeau learning the system again. If Ojulari could keep his ass healthy, you finna have a problem. Because that dude was averaging a sack a game when he was playing. So
What, he
if
had
we're
like
getting
5 sacks in 5 games or something like that.
he had like 7 sacks in like the 7 games that he played.
Yeah.
That dude was balling, man. He was creating turnovers and that. Man, that dude was balling. And then you saw it in the Washington Commanders game, the second one. Him and Tibbs were throwing signs to each other. They like playing with each other.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm telling you, all we have to do is get that third pass rusher on the outside, which I think it might be Beavers. It might be Beavers, because if you look at Beavers at Cincinnati, he rushed the passer from the edge damn good too. So when one of those guys need a rest, Beavers might come in and play that other edge rusher. Man, it's gonna be a problem, man.
I like that you brought that up, Pat. He can become like that hybrid linebacker where he can
Uh-huh.
play inside at some plays, and if you want to put him as an extra guy on the outside, have him rush the passer. You want to go with more like a NASCAR type package. You can have
Yep.
coming off the edge.
And you could put Ojulari inside if you wanted to.
Absolutely.
That's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Especially
And run like a 5-2.
Mm-hmm. Put Ojulari inside, man. But
Oh,
coach,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
what's your take, man? You over there quiet, man. You know what I'm saying? What you got going over there, man? What's your take on the Jets Giants week 1 matchup, man? And who do you favor in that matchup, man? Just off the surface right now.
It is something the city, this tri-state area, will relish in. I'm not even talking about the football. I'm talking about the significance of the date and that game being on 9/11 and right in the city. So now you add a football game to it. Yes, Aaron Rodgers, the first game with the Jets. There are going to be some Jets fans in there, but it's a New York Giants home game. So the Giants fan base is going to be there to galvanize that team
I
and
think that gotta be
give,
interesting. Yes.
give the team a sense of energy that they're going to go out there and play for the city, along with the fan base. So I favor the Giants. Call me a homer if you want, but you guys have hit it. Rodgers, they're trying to get familiar, especially with Wilson, and we're coming back with a new system. Yes, Rodgers is familiar with Hackett, so there's a familiarity there, but
Yeah.
the offensive line is going to be key for them more than anything. And Jeff, you said it, Tippmann against Dexter. I'll take Dexter or Leo. I'll take that any day, because that's what's the one thing Aaron Rodgers does not like, and that's pressure in his face.
Great talk, Coach. I agree.
So for me, that's why you add in Wilder. We have Barkley will be back. I mean, I'm not worried about that. I know he's going to end up signing with us. You have Hodgins. Campbell is going to be one. He's hungry because he's on a 1-year contract, so he's here to prove something. So, and then defensively, we've improved in many different facets. We have the press corners, so I think we are going to be able to play with them. And like you said, with Flock, and even some of our safeties being able to play with their tight ends. So I like our chances to definitely come out victorious on that game.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm glad Coach brought up the word hungry, because that's what I see a lot of these players, especially on offense. They're going to be hungry to prove a lot of these doubters wrong. Like you said, Paris Campbell, Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, Wan'Dale Robinson. A lot of these guys are coming off injuries or on 1-year prove-it deals. Isaiah Hodgins. You don't think these guys are going to want to go out there and prove that they either still belong or can be top-level players in this NFL? Daniel Jones is not going to want to prove that he earned that contract that he got in the offseason. Saquon Barkley is not going to want to prove that he can go out there and still be in back-to-back seasons one of the most dominant running backs in the NFL. John Michael Schmitz wants to go out there and prove that he can be, and he is, the player that we all believe he is going to be going in the NFL. And Evan Neal is not going to be the guy that we drafted him last year in the first round and proved that he is a top right tackle or potential top right tackle in this league. That's what I think a lot of these players are, especially on offense. They're going to be hungry to prove a lot of these doubters wrong that have been on them because they either A, can't stay healthy, B, they're not that good for what everybody says, or C, they can't be coached up in the right system to be good. So that is going to make me the most excited is to watch these offensive players, especially because I think defensively, I think we'll be good on that side because we got the personnel and they're already showing signs that this can become a good defense. Offensively is where I'm really going to be watching this team because we got a lot of guys that are going to be wanting to prove a lot of these naysayers and doubters that these guys are actually a lot better than the credit that they're not getting right now.
Yeah, I agree with that, Jeff, man. One thing real quick though. Now, with the Giants and the defense, the corners that they got Banks, and then they got this other kid. What was his name? Trey Hawkins, the dude from ODU.
Mm-hmm.
They have a prototypical type, man. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm looking for, man, and what I'm looking at, and I always say this, what can Jerome Henderson coach out some of the technical issues with these corners, man? And if he can do that with Flott, with Banks, with this other Hawkins kid, man, with Bobby McCain, with Dane Belton, and with Xavier McKinney, man, we could have one of the better secondaries in the NFL, man, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Just think about all the players that they got. Think about the coaching staff. Think about what Wink wants. Think about the job that Jerome Henderson has done in the past with, some raw pause corners. And just think about all of that for a minute and tell me if I'm tripping or if this is an unpopular opinion that we could have one of the better safeties, if not the best safety. I mean, the best secondary, I meant to say, in the NFL.
No, I believe we could. Because look what Jerome Henderson did last year with the talent on that roster at cornerback. He turned Fabian Moreau into a halfway decent corner.
Serviceable. You know what I'm saying?
Nick McLeod. Nobody knew the hell what Nick McLeod was. Jason Pinnock.
Made him serviceable.
He took those guys that were coming on practice squads or on the street free agents and turned that defense into serviceable cornerbacks and safeties. You don't think now he's going to be able to take advantage of the talent now on this roster when you got a Deontay Banks, that raw talent that kid has coming out of Maryland, even in Trey Hawkins out of Old Dominion, and don't even forget about the guys that we picked up in free agency.
Okay, Tudo, man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you stopping by, brother.
Have a good night, Tudo.
Have a good night, Tudo. But Leonard Johnson and Amani Oruwariye, don't forget about those two guys too as depth pieces and what he can get out of those two players as well. And then obviously we're talking about development of guys like Aaron Robinson, if he could actually stay healthy for longer than 2 games, and Cordell Flott. Cordell Flott has got to be the guy to win that slot cornerback spot. He has to be the guy.
It can't be Darnay Holmes.
It cannot be Darnay Holmes. No, unless this Hawkins kid that can be able to play the slot and be able to take that spot over there. I want it to be Flott has got to be the guy. We drafted this kid in the mid-round last year to take over at that slot position. I think he's got to be a little bit better in terms of his open field tackling and not be so hesitant because I think he's got the tools to be a solid slot cornerback. He's just got to be better in the run game. But he's got to be the guy. And that's one of the guys, I don't know about you guys, that's one of the players I'm going to be zeroing in when we get to training camp and preseason is Flott. Because I want to see that kid make the next jump in his second season and really see him take a stranglehold of that slot cornerback position going into 2023. And it cannot, if it's Darnay Holmes, I'm going to get a little nervous about Flott going to next year.
Yeah, it can't be. It definitely can't be Darnay Holmes. But so another rumor, one more rumor, man, is that the Giants are gonna be playing the Eagles on Black Friday, man. Of course, that is the day after Thanksgiving. For
Good.
those of
That
you
means
that
we're gonna
don't know,
cook some seagulls.
yeah.
Oh,
So
oh,
if you on
I
Twitter,
thought it
you
was gonna
see
be.
coaches post about frying birds, man. So
Oh, see, we
um
think the same, Coach.
what do y'all think about that, man? Though the Giants, I know Jeff mentioned that he wasn't really feeling playing the Eagles that late.
I just want to kick their ass, man. I'm so tired of losing to them in Dallas. I just want to kick their ass and kick their ass early. I'm tired of you. I hate losing to Dallas and Philly. I want
You
to
ain't
kick
gotta
their
worry about it
ass
no more,
early.
Jeff. You ain't got to worry about it no more, cuz. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, you see I'm wearing all blue?
Yes, sir.
Oh
We
yes, yes it
about to whip
is.
some ass. Listen, calm your Oakland ass down. Calm down. It wasn't that serious. Okay. We got it. All right. No gang banging over here. It's
Yeah.
Big Blue Crew. Okay. Big Blue Crew Sports Network. This is the heart of the city. You see the lights in the background? You see these shining stars right here? All of these content creators? The New York Giants is about to make waves this year. We about to hit the NFC East like a tsunami. Everybody forgets it's hard to repeat. It's hard. Usually, when you go to the Super Bowl, whether you win or lose, you don't make it back that next year. So everybody's all excited about.
She got you again.
She might have, because Lou just
He
froze on
froze
us.
up, man.
Yeah,
He really
whoa.
froze, yo. I'm gonna have to clip this.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. You got to take. Oh,
He
he
really
moved.
froze up,
All right, he's
yo.
back.
I
Hi,
said
Lou.
people getting all excited because the Eagles are still stacked, but it's hard to repeat. It's
Yes,
hard
it
to
is.
go back 2 years in a row. They
Oh
still
damn,
got to
you in the
get back there,
Matrix, son.
regardless of how talented their team still is.
You gonna take the red pill
Y'all
or the
don't hear
blue
nothing I
pill,
said?
Lou?
You chopping up, yeah.
Oh my God.
We're in the Matrix right now, bro. You gonna take the red pill or the blue pill?
Oh, goodness.
Well, while Lou makes his way out the Matrix, I think what he was trying to say is that it's hard to repeat, man. It's hard to repeat, man.
Oh my God.
It's definitely hard to repeat, man. Back to back, you know what I'm saying, champions, man. So we could definitely be looking at a new NFC East champion, man, and a new NFC champion, point blank, period, man. So it more than likely it won't be the Eagles, man. I think that's what my bro was trying to say, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard for a team to go back to back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
You good now?
Yeah.
You good.
Yeah,
Can you hear
we
me now?
hear you now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
You basically nailed it. What I was saying was, even though their team is still stacked, they still got to get back there. And it's very hard for a team to make it to the Super Bowl back to back or win conference championship or division championship back to back. You got to have real good coaching. I don't think that's what they have over there. I think they have a lot of good talent and a good coach, but they don't have a bunch of good coaches. We have a bunch of good coaches. We have a young, hungry team. We have a lot of players that feel like they got something to prove, players who are negotiating contracts, all kinds of stuff. And it just feels right. Everything is, the stars are aligning, so to speak. So what I'm saying is I wouldn't look to Philadelphia to make too much noise. I see you, Miss Wise. I'm not hating on your birds. I'm just saying I don't think that they're going to make that much noise this year.
I agree with Lou, and I think you just said it spot on because you said not just coach, you said coaches, and I think that's where the Giants have the biggest advantage out of every other team in the NFC East is their coaching staff and how well-rounded this staff is. And I think that's where the Giants are going to be able to take advantage of the in-game adjustments. How many times did we see it last year where the Giants in the first half looked like they didn't even know what the hell they were doing? And in the second half, you see this team make those adjustments. And then that's when the Giants started to take advantage of some of the weak points of their opponent and they were able to pull out some of these victories. You don't think that coaching is going to do the same thing? Second year in a row in that offensive and defensive system where now they're going to be able to get – and you have the continuity back with most of these players on this roster that's not going to help this team even more than it did in their first season. It could be a monster help for this Giants roster.
Exactly.
Hey, oh my God, I forgot his name.
Joe Shane?
Huh?
Joe Shane?
No. Well,
Abel, Kafka, Wink.
Or somebody in the comments.
Oh. No Mets?
No, the guy right up there in the middle. I can't remember a guy.
Jeff.
NYC
Yeah,
Jeff
right.
is
That was
85,234.7.
No, don't need to
Round it
get
off to the
upset.
nearest decimal point.
There's no need
Okay.
to get upset, man. Just take it with a pill, man. Yep, I'll wait.
Oh my God.
I'll wait. Yep, when the Giants are 12-3. Yep. Who was right? Who was wrong? That's what it's going to come down to. Again, next 11-6. We're back on our bullshit, baby.
Yeah. 11-6 is not even good enough for me anymore. I want higher. I'm more hungry. I want higher than even 11-6. I want 12-5.
Well, we all know the Giants start off hot. They catch a cold spell right in the middle, and then you get hot again during playoffs. That's Giants football.
And that's what I predicted.
And that's what I want to see. I want to see 7-1 again. Nice takeoff. And then all of a sudden you get 3 losing games. You know, guys are hurt, injured, but then we get them healthy. And then
yeah.
for 9-12, we're gonna
stomp that ass.
Win a few, we lose a few, but that's good. Right in the middle. We get guys, they get healthy again, and we go on a tear. We almost did it last year. So, you know, they got them stupid freaking touchdowns so much. The Giants had they had a clue on what to do. They weren't going in all what do we do now? They stick to their schedules. Did you notice that? Even though we're down, they only scored 3 the next 2 quarters. So it was working. But
that's eating chips.
Yeah.
But they gave up in the beginning too much, and that was too little, too late. Anything the Giants could do. You know, they kept the game.
He is a cyborg. Why would you say that, no Mets?
Cyborg?
Why you call the man a cyborg for?
I do not compute what you are saying. No Mets, no Nets, no Jets. Error.
What the hell is going on here?
I have no clue at all. I have no clue at all.
All right, Pete, repeat after me. Sailing, it takes me away.
Oh my
where I want to be.
Good Lord. Will somebody put him in a
My
gulag?
ears off.
What?
Put him in a gulag.
Yeah, I got a beautiful voice.
Only a mother could love.
But hey, that means I got one fan. That's all I
got
need.
one fan. You got it right.
Hey, one fan is better than none.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, man.
We'll be able to start flexing. We'll be able to start flexing, and unlike that idiot now playing for the San Francisco 49ers who flex for the wrong reasons, we want to go out there and start flexing for the right
Screw
reasons.
that dude. You know what I'm saying? But let's do this. Let's do something here a little bit different, man. On Heart of the City, man. I want us to rank just as of today. You know, New York City area powered rankings here. So we're gonna rank
Mets are dead last.
The best New York City area team, right now, I don't want to talk about, oh, they got the most championships. I'm talking about today, going into their prospective seasons. The baseball season is just now starting. The basketball season has just
I'll go
ended pretty
first.
much.
The
So give
Jets are
me
on top. I can't put the Yankees there because I don't know what the Yankees are going to do.
they ain't looking
All
good right
right.
now. That's what I'm saying right
It's
now.
touch
Yeah.
and go. They'll play. They'll start out good. They'll fail. Then they'll lose a few games, and then they'll start up again and finish out strong. Hey, it's New York way. Okay, you get good, you get the bag, and then you're back to good again. I got it. It's all good. Like it's good. Go like that for your whole life, and we realize that.
Mm,
Now, now number two, I would put the Yankees.
Mm.
You know, now number three is going to be a hard one.
Got to think too. You got to think about the hockey teams, and you got
The
to think
Nets,
about the college
well,
teams
the
too.
Nets and the Knicks. The Nets and the Knicks. I haven't followed basketball enough, so I don't. One of them basketball teams would have to get put in there because it's only fair, right? Then comes the Jets. Our brotherly love. We don't share that shit here. Okay,
oh my
it's
god.
either you're in with the good or you're in with the bad. You know, them fighting words before. You know, now more than once I've heard them are fighting words. So I would say that right now, because all the hope and all the praise and everything that's gone around, and for 5 years, just we even saw it and we made jokes of it. But now we got a GM that knows what the hell he's doing.
Mixing Mets.
By
Uh,
golly, we'd like it. Because he's doing everything we say to the letter T. And if he does, and if he likes it, we like it. If we like it, he likes it.
Pause.
That's simple.
Oh man, that's fair, man. I think you forgot about the hockey teams, though, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't expect you guys to know all that's going
I
on in New York City area sports, man. But the Devils are still playing in the playoffs. So
That's
the
where I
Knicks
would have put
are the
next.
Knicks.
Was the
So
That's
Devils.
yeah,
Jersey, sir.
we gotta, yeah, respectfully though, man. I do give the Devils that pass, man, and consider them a New York City area team. You
I
what I'm
know,
saying?
I know.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a tough one.
Go ahead, Jeff, man. I know you've been pondering on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm putting the Mets dead last right now because I don't know what the hell the Mets are right now. I mean, they can't pitch, they can't hit. That Mets team can't do anything right now. So until they can
Shoot, the
go out
Mets
there,
are looking like the Mets.
yeah, they are. They
oh
are.
my god.
No, they're not even looking like they're looking worse than the Mets. They're looking
You
like the
know,
AAA Mets. So they're dead last to me.
I am so. I mean, I'll tell you what. I don't follow baseball that much, but anybody who's a Mets fan, I got to give them credit because they're sticking with a team
thank
that's
you.
separated so shit.
It's tough, Joel.
Easy there, Joe.
It's tough. It's tough.
Well, hell, dude, I was a Baltimore Orioles fan for the longest time. Yeah.
You actually might be shocked. You might be shocked, NYG. You know what I'm actually going to put up there as number one going forward? I'm putting the Devils. I'm putting the Devils because I think
That's
Yeah,
the
fair.
they might actually get the Stanley Cup this year.
Yeah, I think the Devils.
Pump the
Not-
brakes, man. They just got
probably not this
demolished
year.
by
No.
the Carolina Hurricanes 6-1. So yeah, they might be done.
But the reason why I put that Devils team top,
But
is
yeah,
because
they
got
have
a
made it
lot
to
of
the
they got a lot.
furthest.
They got a lot of young emerging talent on that roster, and they're just at the tip of the iceberg right now. And I think that they're going to be that team that could start carrying this local area consistently year in and year out. Because I really believe that Devils team is a giant that's starting to wake up. And they got a lot of young players coming up from the minor leagues in hockey, too. So I'm actually going to put the Devils number one. Not just because I'm a Devils fan, but because I look at that roster and what they've done this year.
Forgot about the Rangers, though, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the Rangers, I think, are up there, too. But I think because they're an older team, and I think because they might be tailing off a little bit, they're going to definitely be up there as the top. I'm putting the Giants second. I don't care. Giants are second because the coaching. And I think that Giants coaching is going to put this team over the top. I'm going to put the Jets third because I still believe the Jets have the yes, because I believe the Jets are still talented enough.
The Jets over the New York Rangers.
Yes, because I don't know. The Rangers just fired their coach, and they're a team in turmoil right now because they have no defense, and they fired their third or fourth coach in like the last 6 years. That's not good continuity with that organization right now. And they've been historically known as a team that's been good every year, but they can never get it done in the playoffs. So I can't put the Rangers right now. Rangers, I go 4 out of all the teams.
Okay.
And then after
you got
that,
Devils, Giants, Jets, Rangers. Mm-hmm. All right.
Fifth, I probably have the Knicks because I still believe the Knicks have a good young core on their roster. I know you're probably thinking the baseball teams are lower, but I think the Knicks still have a good young core, and if they could get themselves another star to go with Brunson, I think that Knicks team could make a jump going into next season, but I don't know about the coaching. That's the reason why I put them lower, because the coaching I don't think Thibodeau is the guy. I think they need to get themselves a true playoff-style coach.
I got a question.
Shoot.
Who the hell is number 6 on y'all team? Because he blew that game. His hustle to get those rebounds was absolutely
Quinn Grimes.
Oh my god! I was like, if you fools.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Quinn Grimes, yeah, nah, he was talking some facts, man.
And we like Grimes too.
All right, Jeff, you got Devils, Giants, Jets, Rangers, Knicks. Where we going next?
Yankees. I think the Yankees are 6th, and I just don't trust this Yankees team. I don't. Besides Judge and Cole, I guess, who on this Yankees team gives you the confidence that they're going to be able to come back from where they are right now and emerge as a top team in the AL? Plus, exactly, Deuce, nothing, settle. And also, Yankees fans are begging them to get rid of Aaron Boone and get rid of Brian Cashman. Those two are setting that
you're talking to
organization
me
back
because
right
I'm
now.
the one offend. Yes.
Well, I feel bad for you. You're a Raiders fan, so you have no luck right now. I mean, you can't buy any wins. But
shout out to the Raiders, though, man. I do want to give a shout out to the Raiders fan, man. Bro at the draft was nice enough, man, to FaceTime Daniel Bellinger for us, man. So that was a Raiders fan, man. So shout out to the Raiders fan. I'm not gonna give the Raiders no smoke this podcast, man. But
hey,
I do got.
But right now, hey, I gotta tell you something. My battery is gonna running low on my tablet because I gotta to charge it up. But it was a pleasure to having you with that conversation, and of course, it sucks to be a Yankees fan. I said it. It sucks to be a Yankees fan.
I'm right there with you,
pleasure
man.
having him, even though you're on his show.
I'm the host. He's the host.
My English is not very well.
El Capitan!
Man. We appreciate
it.
I gotta tell you. All right, have a good one, and of course, I will see you there next time. And of course, good night, and of course, salute for El Capitan Rafucho. And of course, I gotta tell you something. Giants versus Eagles for the championship. Book it.
That's right, man.
Okay.
Man,
all right.
I can see that happening too, Ralphie.
I like that, man. Most definitely, man.
Shout out to Ralphie, man. That dude's a cool person, man. He's been with the Big Blue Crew for a minute.
Definitely, man. Always come through, always show support, always jump on the panel, you know what I'm saying, Paul? So, I mean, yeah, man, definitely, man. Go sub to Rafael El Capitan. Definitely doing good content over there on this channel as well. But go ahead, Jeff, man. What else you got? You got Devils, Giants, Jets, Rangers, Knicks, Yankees. We're gonna do this, man. Then we're gonna wrap up the show.
After that, I'll probably put the.
Time we got Giants, Yankees, Knicks, Nets, Jets.
I can't put the Nets up there because I don't know. The Nets don't have draft picks, and what the hell are the Nets right now? That's why I put them lower because there's. I guess I'll go the Nets.
Did y'all get a bunch of draft picks for KD?
No, they're all going to
They
the
like
Rockets
they're yeah, and then some
They're
of them
going to
are
the
like
Rockets.
because of the Harden trade.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Got him.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are some fucking idiots.
Got him again, man. Got him again. I think we got one.
Thanks, Sean Marks. Thank you.
I think we got one this year. I think.
Man, that's a
And
damn shame.
after
So
that, we
y'all
don't
lost
got nothing until
all
like
those people.
2028. Yeah.
So y'all lost James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons is a no-show, and you got no draft picks to show for it?
And every time I get
And
Ben Simmons,
that's
I get
why
aggravated.
I'm done with Sean Marks. But
Yeah.
Man, that dude need to go jump off a bridge right now. How the hell y'all lose 3 top 10 players and don't have no? You know what, man? I told you about the Nets. First thing I told you, I knew y'all was gonna get swept. A bunch of dummies. You know what, man? Y'all should be ashamed of y'allself.
Well, it's not us. They should be ashamed of
How
themselves.
the hell you get all 3 of those dudes and ain't got shit to show for it?
Nope.
I don't know.
So y'all gotta go with this patchwork squad with no picks, nigga?
Yeah, no picks.
Pretty much.
And Ben Simmons.
Yeah, great.
Stuck
The
on
added
roster.
bonus. The added
Nigga, I've played more games than Ben Simmons since he's been there.
Hey Pat, you want to hear something? You want to hear something sad, Pat? 42 games in 2 seasons, and the dude is gonna be making 78 million. 78 million.
Oh, all right, G, man. Appreciate
Yeah.
you man, coming through,
man.
Later, Lou.
Have a good night,
No,
Lou.
man. Have a
All
good
right,
night.
Lou. I gotta bounce too, man. I gotta go right back to work in the morning after working 2 jobs a day. God dog.
Damn, man.
Oh Lord, I'm trying to work for the Big Blue Crew.
Damn.
Hey, man, we a little bit longer, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the grind, man. You know how it is, man. You know, but we got plans in the works, man. You know, we're doing what we're doing in the background, man. So we're gonna get right soon, bro.
Love. We showed our support. You're going to sign off in a couple minutes. I'm going to go too.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
No doubt,
I
man.
appreciate it. You've
Thank
got a
you,
hell of a
guys.
show here.
So do you
Keep
guys.
grinding. Keep motivated and do what you do. Don't stop.
Appreciate you, Joe, man. Definitely,
Thank you,
man.
Joel. Thank
And
you,
definitely
Pat.
go sub to Classified 3F with Joe, man. Go sub to Big Pat Sports Talk. Go sub to D Nation Inside Sports. I got all the Big Blue Crews links in the chat. The ones I could remember that has that do content, man, because you know so many people, man. But definitely, man, I try to put everybody's links in the chat, man. The people that come on, show me support, show me you know, help me out over here with my content, man. So definitely, man, it's Big Blue Crew, man. Big Blue Crew for life. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we doing it, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you, guys.
One last thing before I get up out of here. The Nets are stupid.
Hey, don't forget about them bowls.
And that's it. That's
the Nets are stupid, though. They
Yeah, they
stupid.
are. Oh, we know they're stupid.
Dumb, they're a dumb franchise. That's why when my man was on earlier, he said, "Oh, it only takes one sucker," and I'm like, "Yeah, we've been that one sucker
Man, for everybody. Y'all been some. And you know what? I'm out of here because I could talk about the Nets forever. Fucking
I like it. It's funny to me.
All right, NYG, man. Appreciate it. Had to come and show some support, man. I'm finna lay you down. I'm tired, bro.
Appreciate you too, man. Get some rest, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be out here soon, man. But we're gonna finish, man, this power ranking joint, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been kind of on my mind here for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get the temperature of what we looking at, man. You know what I'm saying? We going into year 2 of Unpopular Opinion Sports, man. Just finishing up this first year, coming up here soon, within the next month, I think. So definitely, man, gonna try to make things a little more interactive on the show. So just want to take the temperature, man. What is the NYC sports team power rankings? Jeff, continue, sir. You got Devils, Giants, Jets, Rangers, Knicks, Yankees.
And then I'll put the Nets because I
Nets.
love Michael Bridges. I think he is emerging as a top young player. I like Cam Johnson. I like him, and I like Claxton, but I don't trust the general manager. I don't trust the owner. And besides those three, what else do we have on this basketball? Oh, yeah, we have Ben Simmons. What a consolation prize. Yeah, well, I wish we could. I really wish we could.
Oh, man.
But
Ben Simmons, like, get the fuck out of here.
That he automatically drops the Nets all the way down towards the bottom. But, I mean, in terms of, I'd probably put the Nets there. But after that, I'd probably go the Islanders. I'm trying to skip the college teams right now because it's a little bit harder to gauge the college teams compared to the pros. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go the Nets. Then I'm gonna go the Islanders because I think they have a good goaltender, but they're an older team, so I don't know what they're gonna be like after that. And then the Mets. I don't trust the Mets. I don't trust them. They're an old team. They're an old team with no pitching. Max Scherzer had to sit out today because he has a bad arm. After we sucked all season. Verlander, I like. Maybe I'm just being a pessimistic Mets fan right now, but
y'all still in second place though.
Yeah, because look at the rest of our division. Our division sucks.
Right, your division is bad. You know what I'm saying? The Yankees are in probably arguably the best division in baseball.
You are.
And we're in last place. So it's an uphill climb for the Bronx Bombers or the Bronx peddlers. I don't know what to call them right now.
The peddlers, what do you call the Mets?
The Bronx bums.
What do you call the Mets then? If they're the Bronx bums, what are the Mets? Because they can't do anything right.
The Mets, like Pat said, they the Mets. They kind of always been this kind of team. You know what I'm saying? Outside of a few years, you know what I mean? I will respect the Mets, man. They have tried to shake that stigma and be a little more consistent, man, but they still the Mets, man. Look what happened last year. You blew.
Well, that's the thing about the Mets.
The division lead.
Yeah. The one thing about the Mets, I do think the Giants have one of the most passionate fan bases in the New York area, but so do the Mets. We are an incredibly passionate fan base about our team.
Because Met fans is Met fans. They ain't going. They is not going to go to the other side and become Yankee fans. I can tell you that.
We love our baseball
Mets
team.
fans.
and you have to be a passionate fan of the Mets for what we've had to go through over all these years. Remember, I said it. The only team in the National League East that has not won the championship or World Series in the 20th century. The only team that's done a 21st century. We're the only ones. Everybody else has done it except for the Mets. That's tough.
You came close, just couldn't quite.
Right. Twice we did.
Coach, you still there? Coach Ed, calling Coach Ed, calling once, calling twice, and he's out. Nah, they do the old raise his hand. 1, 2, 3. He's out.
4.
Oh, I'm not out.
Oh, there he is. All right, man. All right, what I do to my camera? But what's good, man? What's your power rankings, man? NYC sports team power rankings. Start with 1 and go down the list. Who is the best team in the city right now? We'll call this king of the city. We ain't gonna call this who run the city. Who's the king? King of the city. Jeffy says Devils. I know, it's a tough question.
It is tough. It's tough.
Because
That was a
ain't no
foul.
team really
That was
standing
a
out
foul.
above the rest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry, this basketball game got me going though. Sorry. I guess I have to go with the Devils because of where they are right now
Okay.
and the way they're playing. I mean, I know they're a developing team, so I mean, I wanted to say either the Yankees or the Mets, but you know they're putting up a dud. So yeah, I'll go with the Devils. That was a
Okay.
foul.
Okay. Um.
So am I doing it? What all the teams
Yeah,
want me to
from
do all of them?
power ranking, all the way down from 1 to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffy's got Devils, Giants, Jets, Rangers, Knicks, Yankees, Nets, Islanders, and he's got his Mets at the bottom. I said you can include college teams if you want to, or we can leave the college squads out
No,
right
I
now.
mean, I'm not putting the college teams in there because
Okay,
if I
that's
include the college teams and the team on, what college programs are you talking about? Is it just football? Is it just basketball? Are we including hockey since you're doing hockey also, baseball? So it's a little bit too much.
no true. I didn't think about that. That's why you got
Um,
it. Go ahead.
it has to be. Oh my gosh, this is not good for New York City.
It's rough, ain't it?
No, it's just that right now it's. This is the Jets or the Knicks. I mean, the Giants or the Knicks
Mm.
because they made it to the second round of the playoffs. Is this based off of last year or the
I'm
current?
saying power. When you do power rankings, it's like at the moment. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of
Yeah, I
how.
know. That's why I'm
Yeah,
asking. That's why
yeah,
I'm not
at the moment right
because
now.
if it was last year, then I'm going to change it because then it would be the Yankees and the Mets. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's just right now, okay. So yeah, um,
So you got Devils, and then who's gonna be number 2? Who you got second?
I put the Giants and the Jets. I just cannot put the Knicks up that high.
That was great, Jamal Murray.
Maybe the Rangers, then the Rangers and the Islanders.
So you going Giants, Jets, Rangers, Islanders?
Yeah.
Giants, Jets,
I have to put the Knicks, then the Nets, then the Mets, and then the Yankees.
Islanders, Knicks, Nets.
Hey.
Mets, Yankees. That's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I gotta go Giants. I gotta go Giants.
Coaching?
Yeah, it's the coaching. It's just how they finished last year. The outlook for the future or what they project to be coming up this season. It's all that, man, and I just I'm confident with this team right now, man, because I'm confident in the coaching staff and I'm confident in what they're bringing, what all they're bringing. You know what I'm saying, as far as continuity, man, and stability with the organization, man. So I'm gonna have to say the Giants. I'll give the Devils their respect. I'm gonna go Devils. Now here's where it gets a little interesting for me. The Jets do have promise, man, but I can't ignore what my New York Rangers have done, and they have been pretty consistent. And you know, I mean, they had a tough time with the with the Devils in that first round, but that's why the Devils are over them, man. But this is still a good hockey team. You know what I'm saying? It's still a very good hockey team. And I'm going to respectfully say the Rangers. Jets or Knicks? Because it damn sure can't be the Nets, and it damn sure can't be the Yankees right now.
Tough, right?
Jets or Knicks? Who's better?
You talking about?
It's got to be yeah, I'm gonna go Jets. I'm gonna go Jets. Knicks. We'll do Islanders. Can't forget about the Islanders. They had a decent season, but I mean,
yeah, they made the playoffs too.
Yeah, but barely. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, bookends, man. Peace, man. We about to wrap up here soon. Now for the bottom three. Nets. Mets, Yankees. Yankees are dead last right now. They are.
Wow. You're putting the Mets over the Yankees?
Yeah.
I did too.
And it's because, first of all, the records are close. I think the Yankees got the better record right now, but it is, like I said, it's more about you guys' situation right now. We are 10 games behind Tampa. And we're in last place in the division. And not only that, but we are injured. And I just don't see us making up the ground that we're behind. Now with the Mets, yeah, the Braves got a little bit of lead on y'all, but look at your division. You know, you can still come back. You can still get into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? This is just me projecting. I think the Yankees are done. Yeah, already. I think they're done. You know what I'm saying? I don't see this team making no resurgence. No, even if they do, they ain't going to make no noise in the playoffs because they're built the same way, Cashman. You keep building the same goddamn team, Cashman. Like, what are y'all doing? You keep building the same team, and the same thing keeps happening is you get a bunch of injuries, you got a bunch of high-priced players that aren't performing. So, yes, given all that,
That's so funny.
this has got to be the absolute bottom of NYC sports right now, and that is the New York Yankees, and that is a far, far fall, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this exercise. And it's going to lead us into our last portion of the show. The Yankees have come free falling back down to basically being not the Yankees. They're not the same team. They're not the team that I grew up rooting for. They're not the Bronx Bombers of the 90s. You know what I'm saying? They're not that team no more. This is a fringe team, barely scrapping, barely getting by. They make the playoffs and then get waxed every single season. And Cashman turns around, he'll pay a couple players, and they just run it back again and again and again and again. And this team has they've been an embarrassment. To be honest with you, they have been an embarrassment. Yankee fans, we don't look to just make the playoffs. We look to win the World Series. Now, it's got to the point to where this team might not even make the playoffs. And so to go from World Series, and look, you just paid Aaron Judge a shit ton of money, and you in last place. And to me, Yeah, you could say they will finish second, but the Orioles are better. Tampa's blowing the doors off us consistently the past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Blue
the Red
Jays.
Sox are all the Blue Jays. That's another team. You know what I'm saying? That's giving the Yankees all kind of fits. And the Red Sox they're gonna be the Red Sox, so that's still your rivals. So I mean, and then you get past that, man. You know they didn't got smoked by the Twins this year. We know they can't beat the Astros, so it's like, what expectations should we have as Yankees fans? And I'm saying, don't have none. This team is ass, and they ain't going nowhere. I don't care what the name is. The New York Yankees and Aaron Judge, Garrett Cole, all these high-priced free agents and stuff. Y'all ain't doing jack crap. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have the right team around your stars. You don't have a supporting cast. Look at your lineup. We still got Aaron freaking Hicks starting in left field. How is this possible? You know what I'm saying? So that's me, man, being an angry Yankee fan, and maybe a little emotional at the time, man. But as of right now, New York power rankings, the Yankees are dead last in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't far off of where Jeffy and Coach had them. Coach got them last too. You know, I think Jeffy had them a little higher, but this is not the same team, man. This team isn't good. They're just not good. They got all the names and all the accolades, and they're the New York Yankees and yada yada yada. They got this high price payroll, but this team ain't no damn good, man. The players just don't fit at all, man. That's my Yankees rant. Aaron Judge should be coming back.
Oh, he played tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But you know, they beat the Oakland A's. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? That's goddamn near an expansion team right now.
Yeah.
They're bad.
Trust
But
me. I don't make it me going, because you know I'm going to eviscerate my baseball team even worse than you're doing it right now.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna let you go, man. That's why I did this last segment, man, for us to get our frustrations out about baseball, because I know we haven't really talked a lot about baseball, you know, given everything going with the playoffs and the draft and stuff, man. But yeah, let it rip, man. Pause, man. Let it rip, man. And because I see the Mets over there too, and they look like hot garbage as well. So see, that's why I got them second to last on my list.
See, the Yankees, I know they don't look good right now, but they're in a much better division than the New York Mets are in right now. The Yankees.
That's what Mets says. This is a Yankee pattern. They slump every season, but they finish strong.
And you guys got injuries. You got injuries right now to your starting pitching staff. That's pretty much is hurting your team as well as Giancarlo, who's hurt every single second.
Yeah,
but
you know, one, man. What you gonna do with him?
You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys talk about what you got, what's going on with the Yankees, bro. The New York Mets have lost 12 of their last 15 games to the who's who of Major League Baseball, ladies and gentlemen. The Detroit Tigers, the Colorado Rockies, and the Cincinnati Reds. We're not talking about the St. Louis Cardinals, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Atlanta Braves, the San Diego Padres. We're talking about the bottom of the bottom in Major League Baseball. And the Mets can't even beat these teams. That is pathetic. This team probably has the worst pitching staff in Major League Baseball.
How is that possible?
Because Scherzer I think might be done. The dude has not pitched a good baseball game since the middle of last year. Verlander, I still have hope in, because I think Verlander is still a good pitcher. David Peterson, who they had to bring up from the minor leagues because he was that bad, gave up 7 runs to the Reds today.
Wow.
I mean, their pitching staff is horrendous. There's not even a word to describe how bad their pitching staff is. They have only one hitter that's batting at 300 and above, and that's Brandon Nimmo. I mean, the rest of these guys, Let's see. Let's see the Mets' amazing batting averages. Let's see. Jeff McNeil, 280. Brett Beatty, who I like, and he's actually been hitting, 271. Daniel Vogelback, 257. Get him the F off the team. I'm done with him. Francisco Alvarez, our top prospect. Give him time. Pete Alonso, 237. He had an RBI tonight, though. He had an RBI. He had a home run.
Man. That was my guy for the Mets, man. Pete Alonso, man. He looking bad like that. Wow.
He's all or nothing, man. If he's not getting a home run, he's not doing much on the team. That's Pete Alonso right now. He's an all or nothing player, and I love Pete. Pete's the guy for my team. Starling Marte is on a milk carton right now. I really don't know where he is. He's batting 220. 223. I'll give him 3 decimals of a 3/10 of a point added. Francisco Lindor, 224. How the hell are we supposed to win baseball games when you can't hit, you can't pitch? And I've been talking about this with the Mets. You're killing your bullpen right now. You're wearing them down because of the fact that this team can't pitch at all for longer than 3, 4, 5 innings. You're wearing down your bullpen, and it's causing this baseball team to not be able to hold leads. And they're pretty much playing from behind where they're going to have to go out there and have an offensive explosion. They scored 6 runs tonight, and on a normal night, that should be enough to beat a team that they lost because they're giving up like 6, 7, 8 runs a game now every time they play. I mean, if they're losing these games to the Reds, to the Rockies, and to the Tigers, what makes any Mets fan confident they can even beat a good team right now? I don't trust this team. They can't do anything right now. And Buck Showalter, I'm hearing people calling for Buck Showalter's job already. This team, because this team had World Series expectations. Bro, we spent like $300 million on this baseball team.
I remember all offseason, you know, the Mets signed this player.
We signed Verlander.
That player. The Mets signed this player. The Mets signed that player.
Yeah, we signed.
I'm looking over at Cashman like, what are you doing?
No, yeah, but look what those guys have done for us. We signed Verlander. True. We signed Nimmo. We signed Kodai Senga. We signed Quintana, who's not going to pitch until like July. We signed all these guys this offseason. And yet, look at this team right now. You're 17-19. That's why I think the Mets are worse than the Yankees. Because you guys are at least above 500. You won 2 straight. I don't care who you're playing. You won at least. The Mets can't even beat the bottom of the bottom. And they're tied for second place in their division because they have the Philadelphia Phillies, who have been horrendous.
They're actually tied for they're actually in a 3-way tie with the Marlins. And then the Nationals only 1 game behind you. Wow.
Yeah, we're 8 games back.
The NL East is like Braves or nothing. That's it.
It's the Braves. The Mets right now. No, I don't trust this team. I don't trust this team. And you know what?
I didn't know it was that bad.
No, it's bad. It's bad, man. This Mets team is painful to watch. They're boring. They can't hit. They can't pitch. They can't do anything right. And there's no excuses with this team. All their lineup is healthy. They have no injuries, and yet they can't produce. The Yankees at least are missing some players out of their lineups. Yeah. What is the Mets' excuse? Everybody's there. And I mean, Jose Quintana is not, you know, like the game changer of a player that's missing on this team. So right now, I just don't know when this Mets team is going to start coming to life, because right now they look like a $300 million team that can't pitch, they can't hit. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again because they can't do anything right. This team is just, it's like they're a minor league baseball team the way they're playing right now. And I don't know when this team is finally going to start turning the corner and show, you know, this fan base that is dying for a championship, when this team can even resemble a playoff roster right now. So, yeah, I'm really down on the Mets. And until they can start putting together some consistent pitching, because it all starts with the pitching for me. Until they can start putting up some consistent pitching and they're giving up 1-2 runs a game, I don't trust this Mets team. And I think right now they are the bottom of the New York sports area. The Mets, Steve Cohen. I don't know what you got to do, man, but you got to do something soon because this Mets team is just unresponsive. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, nah. Tommy, you right. A lot of the organizations need new GM coaching and ownership. I know the Knicks need that. I know the Nets need that. The Rangers, they just got a new coach. Giants, Jets. Yeah, definitely the basketball teams. I would argue the Yankees. I think it's the Mets with Showalter. I think it's still a little bit early. I mean, they just turned over new coaching and ownership. So I guess you got to kind of give it a little bit of time. But the Yankees definitely, Knicks, Nets definitely need new coaching or at least a new
You done with
GM.
Jacques Vaughn? You done with Jacques Vaughn?
I give Vaughn a shot, man, but Sean Mox got to go, man.
Then you're gonna have to say goddbye to Vaughn because if
They
you're
get
gonna
him
let
out of
go,
there. I don't care.
No, I'm
honestly.
just saying. I like
he's
Vaughn,
not.
but
He's not important to where I'm keeping him around
okay.
because I got rid of the GM now. He
All right.
he ain't that important. Yankees have tried to buy championships since A-Rod, and they have learned. And the best thing Mara did was hire GM and staff. He did with Kafka Winky, big money. Yeah, see, that's the thing. The Yankees, they tried buying championships, man, and that didn't work. So, like, why not try to? And then they're trying to develop some of these guys in the minor league, and they're not developing, man. You know, Gleyber Torres hasn't done what you thought he was going to do. This Volpe kid, he doesn't look ready. Cabrera, he doesn't look ready. You know, goddamn, you know, Severino can't stay healthy, you know, and Duhar, he didn't work out. So it's like a lot of these guys that supposedly, you know, were in our farm system, man, that was supposed to be the next great Yankees, they just haven't panned out. And so maybe, well, not maybe, but I mean, you know, we talk a lot about drafts. You know, not a lot of people talk about the baseball draft, but that is another important draft. And, you know, if the players ain't working out, you got to look at the farm system and you have to look at who the hell you drafting. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of how it's been with the Yankees, man. They're real top heavy. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they kind of become. Like, we got some players on the back end, but it's kind of like the top end guys are not meshing with the rest of the roster, man, because you got a lot of big bats that just like this swing and miss shit. You know what I'm saying? This home run chasing, swing and miss, and
that's the analytics. That's what they want.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point, Coach.
Yeah, man, definitely. Oh, disrespect to Volpe, but do we even have a big league body? For sure he's not ready. Nah, he's not ready, man. You know what I'm saying? But due to injuries, they got to put some of these guys out there and kind of, you know, force them to play probably sooner than they are ready, man. But I do expect them to send Volpe back down to the minors once they get healthy, once I guess Donaldson or whoever comes back. But
so that's giving Yankees fans hope. Him and Donaldson come back.
Right, exactly, man. So you know, you replace taking one problem, replacing it with another. So
Yankees starts with ownership. It's all starts with Hal Steinbrenner. Steinbrenner had a chance to clean out that team and rebuild with a new GM and a new manager, and he didn't do it. He felt too confident. He feels too confident and too safe with Cashman and Boone. And that's what the Yankees' problem is, and what Yankees fans have been screaming about for this whole time is that organization will not move away from Boone and Cashman when it was time to change over a new lead. It's Steinbrenner is the problem. It always starts with the owner. If the owner can't change and do something new to help the organization, that's not – the Yankees have been stuck in the mud.
Well, see, years. George would fire your ass.
Oh, my God.
George Steinbrenner would fire you in a damn heartbeat.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
His bottom line was the best situation for the New York Yankees. He wasn't about that, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you think about George Steinbrenner, he wasn't. He made those tough decisions. If he had to get rid of you, you had to go. You know what I'm saying? And that was the bottom line. This Hal Stanley, he trying to be, you know, in the buddy network, man. Like, come on now, like
He's too loyal.
right.
He's not staying true to the business of sports,
Mhm.
because in business sometimes you got to be cold-hearted and you got to be ruthless. You just do if you want to be the best. And I get it. I get, you know, you want to be nice and you want to be light. Bro, screw all that. You're the freaking New York Yankees, man.
Right.
You know, I mean, people hate us because we've won, and because of the arrogance. Well, he's not acting like that, and he's falling prey.
Absolutely, Tommy.
I mean, I also get the aspect of, you know, the tax whatever with baseball. I've heard all of that, but George never cared about that because they're making money. They're basically printing up their own damn money, and everything that, you know, you're saying that you're going to end up having to pay because you're going over, you're going to make up tenfold behind being the Yankees. And what happened to the associations with the Giants out in Japan? I mean, you get these Japan players onto the roster. That's going to make you money, because those Japanese are going to flock to you and buy your merchandise because you have those players. They used to do it, but now he doesn't want to do it. But it's always
We
the
had
excuse.
who was it?
Hideki,
Godzilla,
yep,
Hideki Matsui. You
Matsuda.
know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Now it's
Tanaka, yep.
And now you have the Angels, you have Seattle, and I get it, they're closer to Japan, but they shouldn't be outbidding you for these guys internationally. You know, and the every baseball team realistically are intimidated by you because of the money you can spend. You shouldn't be worrying about that. Look, you can figure out ways to go back out there and make more money, because you will. You're the New York Yankees. You're one of the most wealthiest franchises in all
That's a good
of
point.
sports.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a great point, Tommy. He's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
Stanton, that Stanton deal was worse than A-Rod. Yeah. And Stanton just he is redundant to Aaron Judge, but he's worse.
But
you see what I'm saying?
The thing is, they're
Am I right
saying
or wrong?
no, you're right. It's they want to stay with the home run, chasing the home run, and the analytics. Screw analytics. Baseball has always been a simple sport, man. Yes, you have a certain level of all sports have a
See-ball,
certain
hit
level.
ball.
Exactly.
But that's what it's
You know,
about.
and now it's, you know, oh, they go to the analytics. Well, I've always said the same thing. Well, if everybody's going by the analytics, then doesn't that mean everybody knows what you're going to do? I mean, somebody tell me if I'm stupid, because that's what you're saying. The analytics tells you this batter does this against this pitcher. This pitcher does well against this. Shade your players this way or that way. Man, come on, just go out and play baseball the way it's supposed to have been played for over 100 years. I mean, baseball is the one sport that hasn't changed as much as the other ones. I mean, you can put Babe Ruth in this offense or in this era of baseball, and it's still pretty much the same thing. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but you know, that's one of the reasons why they've killed my love for baseball. I mean, I go back to Don Mattingly. He's my all-time favorite Yankee. He will always be. And why? Because he was gritty, he was grimy, he would go out there and put his heart on the line. Yes, you know, but they didn't go with analytics. But yeah, you have a tendency of knowing what players are going to do, but you adjust. Now baseball is I'm sorry, it's boring. I've never felt
some
that boring.
BS,
Yeah, I've never before now. I never felt baseball was boring. It was always exciting, you know, even if you're watching it on TV. But now it's okay. I kind of wait till the playoffs come around to see who's in there, and then you just go from there.
Yeah,
So
Jeter, Mariano, the best hands down. That was my era. Bernie Williams, you know what I'm saying?
Pettit,
Uh,
Posada,
Jorge Posada, Joe Girardi, Tino
Andy Pettit,
Martinez, Andy Pettit, David Cone, David Wells.
yeah,
yeah,
Boomer,
Yeah.
I
Jeff
was there.
Nelson,
Oh, I
hmm
love Jeff Nelson. The way
and,
he would come down with that angle,
yeah.
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
nasty with it too.
hmm
Where now, like I said, it's just hell. I wish they would come back with more pitchers. Would come back with the damn knuckleball. I used to hate the damn
The
knuckleball.
knuckleball,
Tim
man.
Wakefield, Tim
Yo, Tim
Wakefield,
Wakefield, man.
yeah.
That sucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Then we had the old knuckleballer pitcher. What was his name?
R.A. Dickey,
Dickey.
Phil
You
Necro,
had that Dickey played for the
Phil
Mets.
Necro.
Yeah, yeah,
It was Necro.
yeah,
that's
Oh
yep,
right,
yeah,
yeah,
yep,
Bill Negro, yep.
yep.
El Duque with the high knee.
El
Up, I
Duque,
used to
I
love him.
yeah,
love El Duque.
yeah.
Love El
He was
Duque.
nasty. Yeah, Mets. Yeah, he was
He was,
You
yeah.
nasty.
see,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You had characters. I mean, the Yankees back then. You bring in Darryl Strawberry for all his
Mm-hmm.
ups and downs. He brought himself back up to respectability.
And Doc.
And Doc initially, yes. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yep,
and
Doc
now
Gooden.
it's
Yep.
like now it's like. It just like baseball now because back in the days I would sometimes watch a college game. I wasn't big on it because I have issues with the bats, but I would want to know who are some of the top players just to get a look at it. And baseball overall, I think has the right philosophy. First of all, with the minor league, but second of all, how you interact with college. Where if you come to college, if you go to college, you stay there for 3 years before you can come to the majors. Otherwise, draft these kids right out of high school if they want to come. But now it's you don't hear about a lot of kids. Everyone seems to be running to the majors right away. Why? Because it's the money grab. It's the money grab. It's the
It's
money
getting
grab. But
chippy
then,
now in this game.
oh
I'm sorry, Coach.
no, that's all right. That's all right. Because I actually had turned it off.
Yeah, it's getting chippy. The Nuggets are killing them right now, but there's like some kind of little thing going on over here where the Nuggets are spying in on the Suns huddle, and there's a little bit Durant and Bruce Brown look like they're going at it a little bit.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
Kevin Durant. Yep.
Yeah, Durant and Bruce Brown. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Kevin Durant.
Oh,
yeah.
he shoved Jokic. He shoved Jokic. Okay. And he teed up Durant.
Jokic though was flopping. I'm sorry. He's flopping. He's flopping. That's a flop. Sorry, that's a flop. Because look at what they're
Oh
doing
wow,
initially.
they are killing
They
him.
are, but now he
They
wants to do all that, and nah, man. Jokic just brought it. But nah, man. That's why I don't like that dude. I really don't like him, man. I've been watching.
Jokic.
I've been watching him. The way he's been setting screens, it's like he's a damn offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
The way he's whatever, but then he's whining and crying or whatever the case may be. Man, I don't like. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't like him. See, he's lucky. He's lucky I couldn't play basketball because I'm telling you, y'all would kick me the fuck out. Y'all really would kick me the fuck out, and I would dare his bitch ass to come at me. Seriously,
Like
man.
Joker elbowed the owner.
Nah,
Yeah, he
man.
elbowed the owner.
Nah, he's the type of guys that basketball does not need. Man, send his overrated ass somewhere else, man. I just,
Shit.
I just don't like him. I respect his skill because he is a good basketball player, but all the other antics and shit, come on, man, you don't fucking need that shit, man.
Mm-mm. Most definitely not, man. For real, man. But this has been an awesome stream, y'all. I'm gonna have to get on up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? We over 3 hours right now, so not gonna be doing no more 4, 5, 6, 7 hour streams. We're gonna cap it at 2.5, 3. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even a little bit lighter than that on some lights because we moving into the off season. Content is not gonna be as heavy. You know, we still gonna be covering obviously Heart of the City, so we don't stop over here. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always sports going on, but the show just won't be as heavy as you know what I'm saying, we normally do when the football and the basketball is real heavy in the fall. So, but that being said,
if y'all got time tomorrow, 8 to 10, I actually give you my projected 53-man roster for the New York
okay,
Football
be on the
Giants.
lookout for that. Then definitely
Oh,
be on the lookout for that, man. Is that gonna be a
yeah.
live stream?
No, tomorrow on Reading Attack in the
Okay.
morning.
In the mornings,
So I
definitely.
mean, once that's out, then I'm probably going to put the video out. So, but yeah,
Okay,
it's definitely going to be out. If you want to catch it tomorrow early, there you go. While you
definitely,
working
man.
out, whatever.
Yeah. I'll definitely catch that, man, while I'm working in the morning. But yeah, man, shout out to the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Awesome chat, awesome stream tonight, man. You know, we got Earl, we got Next Shift, man. Of course, Levance always in the building, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, No Mets. Appreciate you, Bookends, Hit Squad, Big Fan Breezy, Tommy for one, Tommy. Who else we got? Tudo, of course, always, man. Love and support, man. Most definitely, man. Nisi Wise, of course. Always repping, always in the chat, man, holding us down. Of course, man. Lou, Pat, Joe, Big Blue Crew, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do it, man. Big Blue Crew in the building. And a couple other people. Did I forget? Trying to make sure I get everybody, man. Leaf, definitely Leaf, man. Go sub to Leaf, man. That dude
And Raph.
and Raphael, man. But real quick, Leaf, man, that guy, he knows basketball, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I invited him on the show, man. I told him he could come on the show, kick it with us, man, talk basketball, you know, whenever, man. Shout out to Alex, Big Blue in the Bronx. Shout out to Jose, Honey Badger. And I think I covered everybody, man. If I haven't, I apologize, but you know, we got to go, man. So that being said, man, any last words, man, before we head out, Jeff, Coach?
No, just thank you for everybody being here, supporting another episode of the Heart of the City, and hope all you guys enjoy the rest of your well, it's going to be Wednesday soon. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. Make sure to check out Coach's Read and Attack in the morning on 8 to 10 a.m. on Shadow Worlds Radio. Make sure to always check in for NYG 22's Unpopular Opinion when it comes to those Giants conversations every Sunday. And if you want, catch me tomorrow night or catch me tomorrow afternoon. Pick and Roll Podcast, episode number 25. And I'll be doing AEW Dynamite with the Hardcore Sports Network tomorrow from 8 to 10. So shout out to everybody.
Giants? Thank you. Wait a minute, the Giants signed the punter?
Huh?
Punter.
What?
So what?
No, I'm looking this up. So I don't know. Wait a minute. Giants.
Does that mean Jamie Gillen could be gone?
I don't know. It looks like somebody said a punter from Wisconsin.
Might be the maybe an undrafted guy.
Free agent. Okay.
Cool, man. But we're gonna head on out, man. You know what I'm saying? What we missed today, we'll cover. Like I said, Jeffy has his stream, Coach has his stream, and you can catch me on Sundays. We're gonna be doing Giants conversation, man, going over the NFL schedule release. Hopefully, they release it sometime this week, and we'll go in and do our win-loss predictions. We'll be covering that Sunday, and definitely be on the lookout, man, for my unpopular opinions and my YouTube shorts that I've been making. So that being said, man, we headed on out of here, man. Peace and love, everybody. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.
Take it.